Come on, stay. It's gonna get gooder and gooder. It's gonna we ain't started yet, so that's why we were in here having random conversations. Happy Wednesday night. Welcome me. It's me. Thank you so much.
That old Nestle water.
Welcome you. Welcome me. What is going on?
I do stink. Shit.
You stink?
That was a good workout today.
That's not what's hot in these streets.
We ready? Yeah, that damn gym membership cost so much. I got to use it.
Okay.
I got to use it.
How will I know?
Sherrod in the house.
Sherrod, when you coming back?
My cousin Anthony up in the D. What's up, baby?
We was trying to get down on Friday, but that show would have been
not that 10:30.
That's 10:30.
I wasn't gonna work.
Nah, I'm not gonna be able to do it.
That's 10:30 hurt me.
I would have been able to do it if I didn't have to get up at 5 o'clock and go to work.
Okay, yeah, that's not how to.
Yeah, you had that extra work.
Yeah.
All right, y'all can watch us on YouTube. Where else?
YouTube,
it's live
Google
now.
Play.
YouTube, Google Play.
You can watch us on YouTube and Facebook.
Facebook
Live. And then listen to us on
everybody
YouTube,
on Facebook,
Google Play.
You can listen on
iTunes.
YouTube, Google Play, iTunes.
But go to YouTube.
Can y'all hear me? Somebody just let me know if you can hear me because we're about to get started.
Yeah, the sound should be all smooth.
I just got another listener.
In 3 minutes.
At the J, dude asked me, where can I find y'all, and I was just like, oh, okay.
8:30. We started.
And I did. He was supposed to subscribe. I don't know if he did.
Let me know. Somebody let me know if you can hear me on this.
We got a couple extra numbers up.
On this.
We got a couple extra numbers up.
Because I ain't been on Facebook, so I don't know what the settings look like.
Yeah, no drinks and cigars this episode, Julio, and no drinks.
Somebody just say, "Hey, I can hear you." Somebody, you can't hear me.
I can hear you.
Thank you, Spider.
And that's what matters.
That's what matters. Just making sure the people on Facebook can hear.
Yep. And we're about to get it kicked off in a minute. Music selection about to hit pretty soon, which y'all won't be able to hear, but don't y'all worry about that.
If y'all go onto the YouTubes or to the pod or whatever,
definitely hear it on YouTube.
You can hear it on there.
YouTube,
Simple was trying to stump us.
If you go watch us on YouTube, it's live and you can hear and you can see everybody and everything. It's not gonna hurt my feelings. I just can't see your question.
Also, shout out to MC Studios who has a new game show. What's the name of that show, Spider?
Wheel of Pain.
Wheel of Pain. It's where they sample spicy sauces.
Yeah.
That shit look dangerous, dude. I cringe every time I see that.
It was rough. The game itself wasn't rough. After it was rough.
Oh, Jalen Ramsey go play on Thursday. That shit's such a train wreck.
Ah, boy. You good?
We ready? I'm good. You good?
Yeah.
We good? Let's go.
Let's go. Ah, yeah. Banned from TV. If y'all ain't lived through 90s hip hop, or if you did, you know what this is.
Probably one of the greatest posse cuts ever.
Hey, yo, man, the slow, sleet of hell, kick street tails, choking niggas like a free whale. Go to stay holding your face in the palm of my hands. Like Scalpers. We here, baby. Hump day. It's one of the last hump days. We got one more hump day coming up next week.
One more hump day.
Yeah, this is one of them ones that everybody had a freestyle to it.
Oh yeah, this
is one of them ones.
Used so much.
Oh well, yeah.
What's going on, Dad? My dad watching.
What's up, pops? Hey, ain't nothing like that original though. This is one of the best, like you said, posse tracks. Oh my God! And
Watch for the Hook. That's my favorite posse. One of my favorite posse.
Watch for the Hook is a classic.
That is.
Speaking of hooks, there is no hook to this song.
No, it's just all bars.
And it's all bars. And per Swiss Beats interview on the Breakfast Club and Hot 97 and all that.
Thank you, Kareem.
Yeah, you can hear it on YouTube Live. Go to YouTube Live.
If you're watching us on YouTube Live, you can hear the music. Talking about. You can hear the music and everything.
Go to YouTube Live. That's the one to hit.
If you go to YouTube Live, go to Scalpers. You can see and hear everything.
Subscribe while you in there.
Yeah, might as well hit that little button.
There's at least a couple people on there already.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Hit the notey.
Yep, and then but yeah, the dope part I was saying was Swiss Beats. He revealed. He said that whole thing is just a loop from the intro of the song. He said it was more to that beat And Nori was like, nah, just keep looping there.
That sounds like Nori.
The craziest shit that Nori ever did was some of the craziest shit he's done in music has been some of the most genius shit we've ever heard. Man, that's a beautiful
Nori's
thing.
a nutcase.
Nori's a pure nutcase. He's fucking one of the best rappers ever. One of my favorite rappers ever. One of my favorite rappers ever. That fucking Melvin Flint, the Hustler, the NORE album, them two got me through college, man.
Yeah,
Got
I
me
remember
through
those.
fucking college,
Union
man.
album from Capone Noriega.
Yeah,
CNN.
The original CNN got me through what, junior year of high school. I got onto it kind of late.
Yeah, that came out going into my freshman year.
And what got me was the driver's seat remix video. They had
My sophomore year.
They got me. Okay, yeah, they got me. They had a video to that, and I can never find that song, but they had a video with a different beat to the driver's seat song, and that shit used to go hard. I'm like, fuck, I gotta get in it. By that point, Capone was locked up, so it was just just kept finding a lot of Noriega, but I still found that. Yeah,
got to his bag.
Man, that boy went hard, held it down. Capone got back out
100%.
after a couple years, and he was on, but man, that just fucking NRE. So, Scalpers Sports Report. We here on a great Wednesday night. A lot of things going on in the sports world, primarily in all of the football, college and NFL. MLB is coming down the stretch. They're 13, everybody about 12, 13 games out from the playoffs. We're pretty much rounding out who's going to be where. Getting these wild card standings matched up.
That's what I'm pulling up right now. Go ahead.
Yep, go ahead. Yep, we're getting these wild cards standing right now. Shoot, actually, National League, they got on TV looking at the Nationals, Brewers, Cubs, and then they had the Phillies, and I missed somebody on
What my Yankees doing this year?
Shit, they running away with the damn division.
Yeah, Yankees in there. Yeah, Yankees in there. Y'all ain't got nothing to worry about.
They ran away the division so hard that Boston fired their general manager.
God, that's a hard life, dog.
And they number 2 in the division, but they fired their manager.
Who you say, Boston? Great.
That's a tough life.
I hate Boston.
Now, you can might as well pull up the American League because I caught Lisa or the wild card. We can pull up
That's
National
what I was doing.
too. Yeah, go ahead, do your thing. Of course, in the NBA world, we're getting ready for training camps all over.
All right, I got it.
Go ahead.
In the National League, who's already clinched playoffs is the Dodgers and the Braves. Right now, the Cardinals and the Cubs, and I think the Nationals. The Nationals in the East. I think they're leading. I think they're leading in their division. But Cardinals and the Cubs are battling. Cardinals, Cubs, and Brewers are battling for the Central. Then it's 2 wild cards, and I said the AFC in the American, Astros, Yankees, Twins, and the A's with looks like the Athletics, the Rays, and the Indians are going to kind of battle for those wild cards. Everybody else is just pretty much out of it.
Okay, and yeah, man. So if anybody pay attention to baseball like that, this is the time. This is where you really want to get into.
This when you get into your baseball kick.
Yeah, this
right
is
around this time.
Yeah, most definitely. So yeah, it's gonna be it's good. It never disappoints me, so I'm looking forward to it. Also, well, not this weekend, but actually, hold on, wait a minute. Louisville and Patino agree to settle lawsuits. Okay.
I thought you was looking at the McDonald's.
No, I am not worried about
wait a
them barbecue
minute.
scripts.
He was like, wait a minute, them barbecue strips look good.
Them tenders.
Them barbecue strips look good.
No, I'm thinking more about because I saw that earlier with the Patino thing. I just didn't catch the whole line off ESPN.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they getting that all put behind themselves, which is great for the Louisville program. Just move on, hell. But at any rate,
it's amazing how people can get out of stuff.
He won't coach in college no more.
No,
he don't need to. He like 109.
Hey man.
Well, hey,
he's okay. I mean, his money not suffering from this.
Oh no, he good.
That's what I'm saying. So you got away with it.
But at that point, he Patino. He didn't get away with much more. But
oh, he's definitely in the mafia.
But at that point, he's a coach. So coaches want to coach.
Yeah, I don't trust his hair.
No.
I don't trust none.
Him and that dude that used to coach at Florida.
Billy Donovan.
Billy Donovan.
Them dudes look evil. Man, they look like they'll kill you.
That's Oklahoma
Like they'll
City.
smash your pinky in the piano.
Listen, right before the game. And then
Right
walk
there.
out there and coach like nothing ever
You
happened.
ain't even no injured reserve. You still got to play.
Pat Riley too.
Them dudes scary. No, I like Pat Riley for some reason. He's
I like
endearing.
Pat. I like
I
Pat
didn't say I
Riley.
didn't like him.
No, I'm
Well,
saying I'm
he
not
got
as
the-
scared
Well,
of him.
I think Billy Donovan is a Patino understudy. He played for Patino at
so they all
Providence.
had to do
He
their hair
showed.
like that.
Well, that and then they always order like shit like gabagool or whatever the fuck Tony
What?
Soprano eat all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Shit
saying.
like that.
Something
I
wrong
think
with
the
you.
reason that a lot more
And they
people-
order. They gotta do this when they order.
I think
don't
the
know what that is.
reason
I don't know
that
what
a lot
that
more
is.
people are
Like
more
Gabagool.
warmed up
Gabagool.
to Pat Riley is because he looks like Al Pacino.
Oh yeah, he was
Yeah.
he was on the initial wave of the hair gel in your hair that my hair don't move.
Yeah, and it's got the curl in the
Mhm.
back. You know, but
Al
you got the little
Pacino's not
slight
a
little
scary
curl.
dude. We love Al Pacino. He's like your uncle.
Like your uncle that'll still
But he's
you know,
your uncle, so he ain't gonna mess with you.
tie your ass up and leave you stranded in a motel room over a bad dope deal, and then you
Oh.
somehow, you know, I don't know.
He's endearing. Like,
No, Al Pacino this shit.
that's the trap.
Al Pacino this
That's
shit,
the
man.
trap right there. He gets you with the charm.
Exactly. So, but yeah, we got that. Like I said, we got a lot of stuff going on. Now let's get into a couple of quick things. You had men's basketball, FIBA. They
Terrible.
Yeah, they took they take an L.
I mean,
Like
I don't know
lose.
why people surprised.
It's just
dog.
a
Didn't,
It's
didn't
just a
we
FIBA
get?
game.
Didn't we get like 7th place?
Yeah,
Just
because we got eliminated in the quarterfinals.
That's why.
Got
And
eliminated
it's
quarterfinals
just
against
a points
France.
thing after that.
Yeah, you got eliminated against France, and then you lost the next game against Serbia.
We
What
lost
game?
against. There was one team that we played. They put up like 7 points in a quarter. Like they got outscored like 32-7 in the first quarter. They had a great comeback. They lost by 4. I mean, but how do you put up 7 points in a quarter?
Because you got a bunch of dudes who can't score on that roster.
At the end of the day, you professionals though.
They're
You're a
profession-
professional
But
basketball
there are
what?
player.
different
Guess what?
levels
Guess
to
what?
professional
The
basketball.
people they playing, they're professionals also.
Exactly.
Yes.
And they
You
might
are a
have more heart.
professional basketball player.
Yeah,
You-
you're a professional role player on your NBA team.
Look,
There's a lot of role players on
That's what
FIBA
that team was.
That's a
I was sitting there
lot.
thinking about this today before the show because I knew we was gonna talk about this, and it was gonna be like people looked at it like, oh, they're a failure. No, you had 3 dudes who could score, and Jason Tatum, Kemba Walker, and Donovan Mitchell. Everybody else on that roster is a role player.
Yeah.
Do your job. You ain't out here to try to get buckets. Jaylen Brown is a hustle dude. He is not running the offense through this guy. Jason Tatum got hurt, so he was limited. Donovan Mitchell is a shot chucker. He volume shooter.
What's
Yeah.
called out? The only hope for them to continue to win if Tatum wouldn't got hurt.
Yeah, but but then you still don't have nobody.
didn't Chris Middleton play on that team? He can
What the-
score.
And if you don't,
He can score, is what I'm saying.
But that's
I
not
didn't
his
say.
job.
I didn't say he was great. I said he can score.
Yeah, if you got Giannis in the paint and
He can shoot too.
yeah, I can cook. I just don't do it a
yeah,
lot.
but you also got to think about it that international rules
Chad Kelly
are
got
so
labeled
much different
again.
than NBA rules. So it's a different
That
game.
shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Gotta wait for that.
Which you know, if you don't have the top talent,
Right.
your chemistry and how you work on the court and that kind of mesh.
I mean, I'm
It's
not.
super important.
I'm not expecting the international ball to be like it was in '92 with the Dream Team. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, with the squad they had this.
It's the FIBA shit. though.
Dog, think about it
you
like
know,
this though.
They're
They
supposed to
were-
be better than what they were.
they
They're
were-
supposed to score more than 7 and a quarter.
Not that team.
They
That
were
team was
down
subject to being
to like
terrible
they
anyway.
3rd, 4th, and 5th selections.
Hey, that's
and
a
whatever
fact.
this FIBA
That's a
is,
fact.
are the players that are in the NBA that are from other countries playing for their own countries.
Yep.
Some of them did.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a part of it too, because we all know that the more technically sound basketball players mostly
Are
from
starting
other
to come
countries.
from other countries.
But
Yeah.
And then
okay,
the
And
NBA
shout out
is
to
full
Luis
of 'em.
Scola,
I was
who
just
is
about to say that.
57 years
full of 'em.
old and still
was
playing.
putting up work.
And
Why?
still playing.
Because he's he international.
Right.
He play with these
Yeah.
dudes all the time.
He's like
It's not a
39. He's like 39 years old,
Look-
hooping.
The Spain team.
Hooping.
Now Spain they won, but half of their
I mean,
team
if you
play in
take
the
care of
league.
yourself and if you're technically sound, you can play for longer.
Yeah, half of Spain's team is in the league. So you had Rudy Fernandez. Well, he ain't in the NBA no more, but that's because he chose. to
Yeah,
be.
by
Did Marcus
choice.
All
Yeah.
play?
Marcus All played. Ricky Rubio played.
Mhm.
God damn, that's the same team from like 08.
So it's going to get to the
Exactly.
point
They
where
gave him
it's
hell.
gonna
What
get to
about
the point where
Powell?
a lot of the international teams are going to be winning more.
But
It's not going to be an
Powell
American
probably-
sweep anymore.
No, it's
That's
not
only-
92.
It's only it's only gonna happen in the World Championships in FIBA because of how they structure it.
Right.
they structured the year before. It used to be FIBA was like we say it's like this year, and then you had a gap year, then the Olympics. Now they're doing FIBA the year before the Olympics. Well, the players, if you run deep into the playoffs, you're not trying to do the commitment to FIBA and then play a whole season, playoffs, then do your commitment to the Olympics. Your whole summer. Plus, FIBA ran later in the summer. Training camps kick off in like 2-3 weeks.
Right.
So that's why you had a lot of players who didn't want to do FIBA. They're like,
let my body rest.
Yeah, I'm trying to let the body rest, or you were hurt. So
I'm trying
when
to
FIBA
go to
was
Magic
like
Johnson birthday party. Who give a fuck about
yeah,
no
so when
FIBA
FIBA was that year, they had that year gap. You had more players doing it because it was spread out. So, but no, you're gonna see players coming back for the Olympics. Steph already said, if I ain't hurt, I'm in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And if Steph's saying he in the Olympics, you're gonna have other top-notch players talking about something. We going. You'll see Clay like, I'm back from my injury. I'll probably play.
Yeah.
You'll see James
Mitchell
Harden probably.
Back and Harden.
Yeah.
And,
I don't think NBA players care about the Olympics like they used to.
They care about the Olympics. They don't care about
Olympics.
They don't care about FIBA.
Yeah,
they
FIBA
care about
is the hit or miss.
Because think about it. Most of the players, a lot of the players have already gotten gold medals. So a lot of them is like, I've done it, so I'm past
already.
it.
Yeah.
You know, LeBron got like 3 of them.
Yeah.
Melo had. See, they should have took Melo. I said it. Melo would have got us a victory.
Melo would have scored 35 a
Olympic Olympic greatness.
He'd have pulled every time he had the pill.
That's fine.
Don't matter.
Been better than Harrison Barnes pulling.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Yep. All right, and then
that's a fact.
So we got plenty of topics to keep rolling through. Which way y'all want to start?
Hold on, real quick. Also, NBA.
Go ahead.
Lakers, they got a player exemption for Boogie for $1.7 million, so they can go sign somebody since Boogie got hurt, season injury.
Yeah, Dwight Howard basically taking a spot.
This is after that.
Oh, okay.
So they can possibly sign somebody else. They can go sign a Jamal Crawford.
And that'll be in addition to that.
A Melo, yeah.
Like they need somebody else.
Hey man,
Like is there anybody left?
I mean, we got the old head all stars.
Y'all got 8 spots filled.
That's basically who we got. Because LeBron doesn't like young people. I mean, he just doesn't.
I mean, have you seen them?
Who?
Young people.
Just in general.
I get it.
Yeah, young people.
I mean, but I want.
I
mean, I want what's best for the team, though.
Also, y'all squad, y'all need to lose because your star player captain out there rocking Dukes.
Who rocking Dukes?
Oh, y'all ain't seen the picture online.
No, I haven't.
It just okay. Where's the? Let me find this picture.
I don't know if I want to see it now.
Yeah, because your man's Bronze out here rocking
Daisy Dukes.
Pretty much. He pretty much got on some.
No.
I like the old picture.
Well, he ain't like
People tried to like.
What's
cool.
up, Josh? Natasha.
They were trying.
Tasha.
Tasha. What's up?
Are they basketball like the super short?
No, they're not.
They not the 80s like NBA joints.
Nah. He got a fanny pack on. People tried to shoot him bail because he got a Crenshaw jersey on, and I was like,
it was that picture?
Yeah.
No, fam. Nipsey rolling over in his fucking grave.
He was trying to shoot him bail because he got a Crenshaw jersey on. Nah, fam, your shorts came up not even
to your scrotum, cuz.
Them shits is mad young.
I ain't even got to see the picture to know it.
Oh, man.
Between him and Cam Newton out here look like a woman of Brewster's Place.
Oh, man.
I did see
old sassy ass quarterback.
My friends that don't even watch ball like football stuff.
Cam
like,
Newton.
Hey, what's up with the guy Cam Newton in the scarf?
Cam Newton like he carried mints in his duffel bag.
Wow.
That motherfucker got some Werther's Originals in his jockstrap or something. Cam Newton getting on my fucking nerves with this shit.
Oh, here we go.
Cedric, yes it is.
Nah, cuz. Maybe that was swim trunks.
Fam.
What is it?
They could have been swim. They have to be swim trunks. They have to be swim trunks.
Oh man.
Do you see a pool anywhere around?
Nah, but I'm just saying, like that gotta be swim trunks.
Oh my God.
He got on a Mr. T chain, a Crenshaw jersey, and a fanny pack.
But you know, when you rich, you can do stuff like that.
You can. That don't mean it's cool.
You can do no. It ain't
that
cool,
don't mean
but
it's
you know
cool.
you can do.
I mean, you can do it.
It's something about dudes want to show their thighs all the time now. Like, what is?
I mean, they putting in work and leg day.
Cause you know why?
Nobody give a damn.
People like Angie be out there and she be giving them props and be like, "Ooh, look at their legs and stuff," and then they be like, "Well,
So
shit, the
first
girl like
of
it."
all,
Okay, hold up. You coming from the person who every March is it March around that time?
Combine.
I love the combine.
Between the
Oh,
combine
I love
and the
the
men's
combine. God
and
is
the body
good.
issue of Sports Illustrated, she always got it.
God is good doing the combine. He's
always
good
got
to
it.
me.
Wasn't she all
However-
sweating at the mouth the last time?
Did you say sweating at the
looking at the
I
naked
don't
issue.
sweat at the mouth. I'm not even sure what
Sweating
that
at the
is.
mouth from the naked issue of ESPN.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what she was doing
The
last
naked-
time.
No Miles Garrett look like that.
Yeah.
We look like what a defensive player. What do you mean? That shit was harassing.
The naked issue
They said,
is
man,
amazing.
you ain't got to point that out.
It was terrible.
The naked issue is amazing.
Yeah,
Y'all
sure.
like it on the female side when they ain't too muscular.
First and foremost, exactly.
You know, and I agree with you on that. I don't think women should be too muscular. I don't think
No.
that's cute.
It ain't so much as just that. That just come down to preference. Somebody like it,
Somebody do.
but at the end of the day, you be
Other
going
women.
too far. Too.
How do
I told
I
you
go
she
to
be
the,
sweat-
I'm a woman.
I told
Women
you she be
like
sweating
so,
at the mouth.
men.
So you trying to double
I'm sweating
standard?
at the mouth. You're not gonna do.
Oh, yeah.
You're not gonna make that a thing.
What's that?
Sweating at the mouth.
Sweating at
That's
the mouth.
disgusting.
Boy, that's funny as hell.
I was not sweating at the mouth, but I will say that there were some pretty nice pictures in the naked issue.
Like we were saying,
Yeah. So at any rate,
you know, pretty good.
So at any
God is
rate-
good.
yeah, I'm not a fan of that photo.
I'm just saying that's y'all captain.
But
He
you guys,
is.
whoever tried to make the excuse
He
for him that he
100%
was at
is.
the
What's
pool,
up,
he
JoJo?
was not at the pool.
I'll just say it looked like he might have been at a pool bar. That's what made me think
and
about
stuff
it.
like
Might
that.
have been at a pool
It's
bar.
what's gonna make the shorts get even smaller, and this is what our
mean,
society is gonna
This
be.
is what they're doing now. I mean,
Hey, that don't mean
Dwayne
it's right.
Wade,
Yeah.
I was wearing a dress, and ain't nobody saying that. He has literally switched places with Gabrielle Union.
Hey man,
And nobody's saying a
D
thing.
Wade out
I ain't
here,
noticed
he
that.
he trying to keep up with the youngsters. You know
And
what I'm
it's
saying?
bad. It's
He's
wrong.
because he's my age.
I've seen him with them high water
It's wrong.
trousers.
He almost wear
motherfucking suit
dresses.
pants. I ain't seen that.
And Gabrielle Union be out there looking all muscular. Like, we know who
No,
running
she
their
just
house.
in shape. I
No,
don't
but
think
I'm
that's
saying when they
muscular,
take
but-
pictures together, she looks more masculine than he does in
Well, if
every single
if he
picture.
out there with his motherfucking capri trousers on, then yeah.
I mean,
That's somebody
what
who's
they
enjoying
do.
retirement right there.
Let me see.
That
I gotta
dude
see
is
LeBron
enjoying
James shorts
retirement.
He
again.
enjoying retirement most definitely, and he got
LeBron
he
James
got a wonderful
shorts.
wife and all that good stuff. But let's stay on track.
Does he? Does he really?
What?
Okay.
Shit, they
Go
happy.
ahead.
That's wonderful to me.
LeBron's
So,
shorts.
what started the topic?
LeBron shorts.
What we
The
talking about?
NBA.
NBA.
Oh, no, 'cause
Lakers
he
exception.
said the Lakers, and then he was like, "Yeah, we need some young dudes," and I was like, "Yeah."
It's
Oh yeah,
that-
LeBron.
and
LeBron
that
cannot
was just-
stand young people.
that
He
was
does
just
not
me
like young players.
taking a shot at LeBron.
He likes old.
It was
old.
wide open.
Yeah, he likes older players who know how to play, who's smart.
I get it.
He does not like young people. But I want what's best for the team, though. In 2 years, we're gonna be right back in the
Hey,
lottery
hey,
because
check
the
this out.
team is decimated.
Hey, LeBron ain't worried about 3 years from now.
I know.
I'm worried about
I
right
am.
now.
I am.
No, you worried about you want the
He's
championship
trying
now.
to hold out until they could get his son in the
You
league.
can't-
He's
I
trying
am
his
a
best.
Laker fan.
But it's hard.
You know what I'm
think-
saying?
I think
I
his
like
son could get in
LeBron,
the
but
league,
I am a
though.
Laker fan.
I
He wanna
get
play
it.
with him.
You know what I'm saying? I want what's best for the
be
Lakers.
dope.
Yeah, but
He
you
wanna play
you
with
can't. It's pretty difficult to try to win now and build for the future. It really don't work most of the time.
You gotta win right now.
You know who tried to do that? The Celtics. They were trying to play for right now.
Somebody said,
and-
wait,
Danny
been out
Ainge
there.
messed that up though.
huh?
Danny Ainge messed that up
Because he was trying.
You had a lot of talent and you had a lot of good draft picks.
Yeah, but he was
You
trying.
know what I'm saying? And you didn't want to part ways with them
Because you trying
at the right time. You could have had Anthony Davis. You know what I'm saying? You could have had Anthony Davis
Anthony
because one of the
Davis
deals
is-
that were on the table that you should have took was that I think it was Al Horford, Jaylen Brown, and like one or two of those Brooklyn picks for Anthony Davis. Man, you should have unasked that quick. Kyrie and Anthony Davis, that's the finals in the East.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying? He messed that up.
Yeah.
He messed that up.
Overthinking.
And plus, I don't think they gave that enough time. We don't have time to get into that, but I don't think they gave that enough time.
Nah, but
they messed that up.
Well, I mean, you had Kyrie for 2 years, but Kyrie was hurt 1 year and came to playoffs, and then the next year
you had Kyrie Irving. All right, so you got rid of Isaiah Thomas. You had Kyrie Irving. He gets hurt. Well, first off, you gave Gordon Hayward $30 million. That was too much for him, but you got him. All right,
but coming off of that season, he was gonna get that anyway.
He gets hurt the first game, 3 minutes of the first game. All right, so then you get Kyrie Irving. All right, he plays about 55, 60 games. He gets hurt. They overachieve in the playoffs. All right, basically you go fast forward to the next season. You still got to incorporate Gordon Hayward into this offense
and Kyrie again,
because they still got to learn how to play together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it went bad. Gordon Hayward didn't fit because you got like five of the same position.
Well, that plus Gordon Hayward, he coming off that injury, so
Gordon Hayward.
I think Gordon Hayward gonna play decent this year.
Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown are all the same player. They're all the same player.
Yeah.
You got like 3 or 4 small forwards.
They ain't the same talent though.
Nah.
No, they're not the same talent. But you got like 3 or 4 small forwards over there.
And they 2 threes. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can run
swing men.
Yeah, swing men, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You only gave that 1 year to try to get it to jail.
Well, no, it ain't that they only gave it 1 year. Shit, Kyrie was like, I'm out.
Yeah, that motherfucker.
Yeah, it wasn't. Okay, Kyrie was like, I'm gone. So now you sign.
Kyrie gone. Al Horford gone.
He didn't resign.
Kyrie clocked the fuck out.
But I wouldn't.
He did. He did. Kyrie is better off a number. Kyrie was better off a number 2 than he is a number 1.
But he don't.
And he tried to tell them, the young guys was like, hey, we did it without you. Yeah. And Kyrie was like, it don't matter because I still know more than you. Both of them are right. Both of them are right.
The NBA.
You know what I'm saying?
Both of them are right. Yeah, well, shit. Well,
yeah.
We'll see how
it
was a failed experiment.
Yeah, ultimately it did, but it was still. I'd say it was worth it.
You as a Rockets fan can't say nothing to me. My cousin over here, he talking to me about my Lakers. He can't say nothing to me. Not with that bomb that's about to go off in Houston. It's gonna be must see TV.
Oh, it about to be shrapnel in that motherfucker.
It's gonna be must see TV.
Only thing gonna save y'all is going back to play up on the Joel Osteen roof.
But that is a ticking time bomb that is going on in Houston, Texas. That is a ticking time bomb.
What's the name of that old stadium?
The Summit.
Y'all better take your ass back to the Summit.
No, it was something.
Well, it was a Compact.
It was a Summit, then the Compact Center.
Nah, y'all better take
The original
I remember
was
the Compact.
The Summit,
It was the same building.
Okay.
But they just after they sold the rights to the Compact.
He said going back.
They got Russell Westbrook and D'Antoni on the team. That's gonna be a disaster.
I don't trust D'Antoni at all. That's the ultimate issue right there. I think Westbrook and Harden will figure it out, but it's got to be more than that.
You have a coach. You have a coach that lives and dies by the 3-point shot, and then you went and got the worst 3-point shooting point guard in the NBA.
That's gonna be bad. So unless the coaching steps up and makes some changes in that regard, it's not gonna be good.
And he never makes adjustments. Never.
He'll let you die. He'll let you die on that motherfucking 3-point line. Let me see. What y'all want to get into, man? Y'all want to talk a little college football?
Go for it.
All right. Well, we pretty much we kind of seeing who still got the talent out there.
It's concentrated in 5 different teams, and then you got 4 to 5 great teams, and you got a bunch of good teams.
And that's get figured out,
which is what college football.
And the rest of them are victims.
Yeah, you got. It's what college football always is. It's you got this many elite teams. You got a next tier of good teams who, given the day, one day you like them, one day you're like, damn, they the worst team ever, and then you got just a bunch of dudes.
Who you like as number 1 right now? Clemson.
I thought they was gonna say Alabama.
Nah. They number 2.
And then
Georgia.
Then Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yep.
Flip Georgia, Oklahoma, any way you want. Yeah. But that's who it is.
Who you like at 5?
LSU.
I was thinking that.
LSU looks amazing.
I watched them against Texas.
LSU
this a good year for them.
Really good.
How they quarterback play?
They were missing. The only thing that they were missing for the last 3 years. Probably longer than that.
No, they didn't.
I'm gonna
Probably
say
longer than that. Is a quarterback. Like
The
a
best
solid,
quarterback
good
here-
quarterback that they could
Who I
depend
say
on.
before?
Start with an M.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
Mettenberger.
about.
Yes.
Mettenberger.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's the
Matt
last
Yeah,
good quarterback
yeah,
in my opinion.
he
And-
wasn't even that
That's
great.
And he
And
wasn't
he
even
wasn't
that
even that
good.
great.
He
I
got-
watched
Like-
I watched LSU against Texas. They were harassing that Texas quarterback.
Yeah.
They
Well,
harassed him.
LSU. Well, that's what
They've
LSU.
always been a
They
had a
gonna
dog
keep-
defense.
They gonna keep a defense.
They
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
keep a
dog.
defense.
Damn near every team in the SEC is gonna keep a damn good defensive line.
Yeah, it's
They
the only,
harassed
the
that
one
boy there.
separates you in the SEC from.
Yeah,
it's always gonna be whether or not you figure the offense out.
Yeah.
Oh my
But
God.
okay.
But
so-
LSU looks really good, and I would be happy with them making it into a playoff game. LSU looks good, and this guy, I believe, is he a true freshman
the quarterback.
or is he a redshirt freshman?
Who, they
The
quarterback?
quarterback is really good.
No, Joe Burrow. He is a transfer from Ohio State, so this is like his
Ah,
redshirt junior
So-
year.
that's
I thought
interesting.
he was a
Well,
freshman.
He a redshirt junior.
a lot of kids are probably ready to get out of there.
Okay,
Once
well
they do the
that makes him even.
culture change.
I was more impressed because where I was watching the LSU Texas game,
He was playing
people
last
kept
year.
saying that's a freshman. That's a freshman. I was like, I'm more impressed by that if he was in high school last year.
Just ain't noticed.
Nah, Burrow. That's his.
Okay.
He transferred from Ohio State,
Okay.
but he played
y'all
last year.
Y'all had a bye week. What y'all got for Wisconsin this week?
It'd be Wisconsin.
Is it in
Michigan.
Wisconsin or is that Michigan?
It's in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
What you say?
Because people are like commenting, but I don't know what this. Okay, okay. This is what it says in order. If I say it in order, it's maybe to make sense to y'all.
Cool.
LSU is top 3. Matt Flynn, Rowan Davey, senior, Tom
Rohan
Herman,
Davey.
recruit
Rohan
Rohan. I'm sorry, Rohan Davey. Tom
Oh,
Herman
okay.
recruited
That
him
was-
at
he said
Iowa
one of
State
the last good quarterbacks.
when he was at OC.
Yeah. Okay, I get him.
So tell me, I don't know what that
He's
means.
like
You just keep like typing stuff.
He recruited him when he was an OC at a different school. But yeah, Rohan Davey, he was a good quarterback. Yeah, he was a
What
big,
school is he at?
He graduated. We remember we talking about the last time LSU had a good
Oh,
quarterback.
was like a
okay. So
backup
I
for the
missed all
Pats
of
last
these.
time
I
I
missed
saw
all of these
Yeah.
messages. Got it, Brandon. Okay, I'm caught up.
And now how now
don't even
from
remember Rowan
that
Davey.
5 to 10.
Ohio. Okay, no 5. You can 3, 4, 5.
Hold on, I gotta look.
3, 4, 5. You can is 3, 4, 5 is Georgia, LSU, Oklahoma. You can flip them any way you want.
Oh, ain't no doubt. Yeah.
Depending on the week, you can flip them. I think Georgia's gonna beat Notre Dame this week because Notre Dame isn't just not.
Notre Dame is just
No, okay. Let me say
annoying.
this. Notre Dame is a good team. They're not an elite team.
They're not an elite.
They're never
They're-
an elite team.
They're always marketed as
Once
an elite
again,
team, but they're
They're
not.
always
They're-
overrated marginal.
Always.
They're an elite brand.
And then get
It's an
to
elite
the bowl
brand.
game against an elite team
Shit,
and
bowl
get
game.
washed.
Shit, get to
Well,
about
shit.
game 6.
And then get washed.
They play when they get to
That's
that
the
real,
most overrated
No,
team.
no, they no, because they will get through their schedule. Like last year, they had some help because a lot of people they had on their schedule ended up sucking. Like SC sucked,
standings.
Florida State sucked.
Yeah.
Stanford wasn't that great. But so
Yeah,
no,
agree
Notre
with you,
Dame.
John L.
But the thing with Notre Dame is, in that first round of the playoffs, half the teams get waxed in that first round.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's like I say, it is 3 elite teams, and then you got a bunch of good teams.
No, but
But-
like I say, Notre Dame is never one of them. They
never
an
will
elite.
be.
They're never an elite.
They won't
team.
be because they can't recruit elite players.
No.
It's not possible.
Academic standards too fucking high.
Y'all know what? If we're gonna start like being competitive, we need to stop talking about the top 5 teams. Let's talk about the worst 5 teams. That's how you get a competitive edge. Talk about what people ain't talking about.
Oh, like
Oh.
Mississippi State.
No, they ain't one. They wanted the bottom
Ooh.
5.
I just
You got
wondered.
Giddy.
I was wondering where she
Giddy.
was going with it.
Giddy.
Shit.
Nah, the
I was
bottom.
about to say Tennessee, but
Yeah, no, bottom 5 got to be
well,
like.
That-
you
was a
you
slug.
usually directly come at me.
That was
What
a
is
slug.
this?
Hey, they don't look good.
No,
I'm just gonna let it
Well,
be.
you know why?
Why?
It's because we went up there and we got that coach from your division
they 2-1.
that don't understand how we do it in the dirty South. And he went back and got his quarterback, and we was already set at quarterback.
Y'all 2-1. You know, it's still
No, it's not early. We 2-1, and our gauntlet has not started. That is not good.
early. That was gonna be the same anyway. It wouldn't have mattered.
It wasn't because we
You can bring Bernard
Depending
King
on
out
how we
there.
play,
It don't matter.
going into depending on how we play, going into like an Auburn game, it's been different every year. And then we play Auburn at home.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on how you playing upstairs, but now that we lost this game again, who did we lose to?
I'm trying to see.
Who was that we lost to Saturday? I don't know. I didn't watch that game because it wasn't SEC West game.
Oh, when that young fella subscribed to that.
I don't even know
y'all
who that.
Y'all lost to Kansas State. So
I don't even know who that dude was.
Y'all lost to Kansas State.
Yeah, we lost to a Big 12 team. That's not good going into our season.
But
that boy looked like a cartoon character. I'm not good.
What was that movie? So you better check his pulse. He might be dead.
I mean.
It was so bad. Like, I was like,
that motherfucker, like, he was on SpongeBob SquarePants or something crazy. Like, how are you floating like this?
It was Kansas State, though, and it was a home game. We weren't supposed to lose that game. So our season
But it ain't
over.
like Kansas State is Kansas State ain't Georgia Tech or UCLA. They not a bottom tier team. Kansas State is always kind of their middle pack, just like y'all are.
Yeah.
Y'all have a season, one or two seasons every so many years where y'all like near the top of the West. Then other season y'all kind of far back to the median, right. Which what most teams in the leagues do. You got Alabama carries the SEC, Georgia carries the East, and then you got a bunch of teams.
I agree with
off
that.
name recognition, but hey, it's Florida. Hey, it's LSU. Hey, it's Auburn. Given the year, Auburn may win 10 games. They may win 7.
For the SEC, actually, this year, the 3 teams that always run it are still doing good. Like you said, LSU, Georgia, and Alabama. So they'll end up in the top part of it.
And what will happen with LSU? They will play Bama. And
I actually hope they beat Alabama. That'd be amazing.
If they lose to Bama, LSU season will kind of. That's that game. They'll be
it kind of takes them down.
Yeah.
So they move it. What I've noticed is they move it closer to the end, and they don't have it so much in the middle. It was one year when it was the first game of the season. It was like.
No, what Bama does, Bama got the cheat code. Because Bama, and I don't call it cheat code. Shit, if it worked for you, it worked for you. Bama finds a way to have a bye week before they play LSU.
Yes.
And then all of y'all got bye weeks in week like 14 before y'all last game of the year. All of y'all play like.
We always have a bye week before Arkansas.
Yeah, but like in like week 14, it was like 13 or 14, whatever it is all the SEC teams play like Our Lady of the Poor.
It's homecoming.
LA in the year?
Yeah.
Because like I say, like Alabama.
Most of the SEC homecomings at the end of October and the beginning of November.
Well, no, these games later than that because these be like
still be warm.
So like Bama.
He said Our Lady of the Lake.
So like Bama will play like
Our Lady of the Poor,
like the Citadel.
Lady of the Poor.
Yeah, that's what they play. Bama plays like the Citadel the game the week before.
It's homecoming.
Nah, this past homecoming. They play them the week before they play the Iron Bowl.
Nobody ever talks about Alabama's out of conference schedule.
Yes, they do. They talk shit about them every year.
I don't ever hear that. And I was like, they should be playing like conference teams.
No. They talk about it because Nick Saban always be like, look, we try to schedule people, but
they don't want to play.
He was like, look, you get the game that you can schedule. He's like, it's not that we don't try to play.
You don't think Texas will play Alabama?
They play.
That'd be a good game.
I think so now.
They played them.
Oklahoma, the games we want to see. We want to see Texas play Alabama. We want to see Oklahoma play Alabama. I wouldn't mind Alabama playing a Penn State. That could actually be interesting.
But this the thing though.
Iowa.
I'll give Bama this.
Right.
Bama will actually play whoever. Bama ain't really scared to play nobody. No,
he does manipulate his schedule sometimes.
No, this is how he does it though. He's not scared to play you. He's just not going to go on the road and play you.
Oh,
he's only going to play.
I mean, that's still manipulation. When we have to play, we have to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Play whoever when we can, and like when we make our deals, we got to do it on the road, and then we got to do it home with you. Like,
Bama be like,
we was at home. Y'all was at home. We got beat at home.
Yeah, Bama be like, first game of the year, we gonna play in a little kickoff game. We either gonna play in Atlanta or we gonna play in Dallas.
Oh yeah,
Bama ain't going nowhere else.
They will do a central.
Yeah, they're gonna do a neutral site game.
You're right.
But they'll play whoever. They don't care who they play. It's just gonna be at a neutral site.
But that's still advantageous.
We just ain't coming into the hostile environment.
Yeah, they're gonna do home and homes.
They let them go to Oregon. Let them go to Oregon first game of the season. Make it an interesting thing.
Saban has always been out there like, look, I want to play 9 conference games, or let's play 10 Power 5 teams. I don't think we should play these schemes. But he's like, as long as the rule is in place, I'm not putting my team at a disadvantage when everybody else ain't doing the same thing. He was like, if everybody else is going to 10 games doing this, then we going to that. But we not about to do this, and then everybody else is still playing 3 games here and 1 game here. He's like, nah, if this is what the rule is going to be, we're going to use it to our advantage, which I get
agree.
that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Who's the in each conference? Who is a surprise team or the team you expect to do a lot better than they typically do? In the SEC, I think it's Kentucky.
Yeah, but they blew one last week. They are supposed to get that game against Florida. Florida lost their quarterback and
that's supposed to win the game.
Franks. Yeah. He got hurt. He's gone for the year.
They still look so much better than they used to look.
Yeah, no.
They look like a formidable football team.
Kentucky put money into their recruiting budget, into recruiting and stuff, and now they're getting those.
They joined the game?
Yeah, man. You know, they start getting them SEC checks. They start putting them back into the, into the facilities, into the program, into the bags,
it's
whatever.
Hard for me to say. I don't never see much
Big
out of
10.
Anybody until like week 4.
Big Ten, who's surprising out the Big Ten. I would have said
we got Kentucky this week too.
I would have said Maryland up until last week.
Okay.
They choked off against Temple, but
they sure did.
Which is the same thing. Like this is, and because I watched all of the college football, everybody's like, Maryland, they're blah blah blah. They putting up 70 a game. Then last week they put up, man, that's college football, dude. You gonna have some games where everything clicking, and then you gonna have a game for whatever reason. It just something.
Who putting up 70 a game?
Maryland. The first 2 weeks, Maryland and Penn State was both putting up 70 because they could.
Who they playing?
Didn't matter.
Midlothian Community College.
So nobody up there is playing defense. I know
it wasn't nobody in the. We just getting into conference games this week.
Midlothian Community College.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. You see games like that, and so automatically. Everybody ran out like, oh, they're going to be a force. And then they have a game like last week where they only put up 18,
Give me about 4 weeks and then I'll have
that just mean they met a defense.
No, that just means they had a game. Yeah, Temple do play defense. Temple actually
when you meet a defense, you can't put up points like that.
Yeah, but no, that's what I'm saying. You just have some games where that happens. Your offense ain't going to roll like that. You still dealing with 18, 20, 22-year-olds.
The Big 12.
Big 12, who's surprising? Kansas.
Oh, you funny.
No, Kansas beat the shit out of Boston College last week.
Oh, I'm still listening to it was Kansas State we played. Go ahead, my bad.
No, Kansas, the Jayhawks. They got.
I'm like, oh, he funny.
No. Kansas coming out there. Kansas has pretty much been the.
Took that personal a little bit.
If I was gonna throw the joke at you, I'm
go it directly.
I'm gonna let you know it.
It's feel I didn't see coming, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, the Jayhawks. Les Miles took over their team.
She clutching pearls.
Les Miles.
For the last. Former LSU coach.
I knew I was just being funny. I love Les Miles.
I'm about to say,
you heard me like Les Miles. Why does that sound funny?
Don't hate on the Mad Hatter. But Kansas was.
Is he eating grass up there too?
He probably has.
He good and disgusting.
Hey man, whatever works.
He good and disgusting.
But no,
he gonna get a part of that turf. He gonna choke
the last 5 years, Kansas has pretty much been beyond ass. Like they had won like one conference game over the last 4 years.
They're not known for their football.
He's installing a new culture.
Right.
They're doing it. Give me another conference.
What's out there in the West? Because I be sleeping.
Pac-12.
Yeah.
Utah. But Utah's been consistently good. But Utah's probably going to win the Pac-12 this year.
Damn.
Really?
Utah is stacked. Kyle Whittingham's team.
Now, is this the one with the 30-year-olds?
They be having some of them dudes because they be having a lot of Mormon mission kids. But
I'm thinking about BYU.
Yeah.
BYU.
Both of them.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah, but Utah is probably going to win the Pac. Either Utah or Oregon will win the Pac-12.
Be working third shift.
Half of them dudes got families.
Delivering mail and shit.
Yeah, they come full mustache.
Practice 30 minutes because I got a baby to feed.
Whole bunch of Chris Winkies.
A whole bunch of Chris Winkies. Yeah, man.
What's another conference?
The ACC. Everybody over there sucks.
Yeah.
Whole ACC sucks. Except for Clemson.
That's just the
Except for Clemson.
So with that comment, that everybody sucks except Clemson. Does that mean Clemson is really that good, or is it everybody
Clemson's just that good?
No, Clemson because Clemson proves it when they get into the playoffs. And then you beat the shit out of Bama.
But I mean, if you don't rested all season.
Well, last year,
if you've rested all season, it's easy for you to come into a playoff game.
But this year will tell because coming into this year, they lost their entire defensive line to the draft. Yeah, they had like 3 first-round draft picks off their defensive line and another dude who went in like the 3rd round.
Mm-hmm.
So if Clemson defense starts churning out and shutting people down again, then that just means Clemson has become that power. Well, it ain't that they have. They are that powerhouse because they in the South, they in the ACC. Florida State has decided to become super uber trash. Miami don't know what.
Who's their coach now?
Willie Taggart, which he will probably be fired by the end of the year.
Why did he take that job?
Because it's Florida State.
But no, that was a dumpster fire
Mm-mm.
that he was running to from where he came from. Because wasn't he at?
He was at
Washington?
he was at Oregon, but he's from Florida. He's from that
He wanted to
area.
go home.
So yeah, and it's Florida State. Shit.
I know, but it's certain jobs that you don't take unless you know you can win because you're gonna be in a chopping block from the door.
But he was coming behind Jimbo, and Jimbo wasn't coming off like
he wasn't
super
coming off winning season,
So
but he was
it
coming off
should've
his
been-
reputation though.
Yeah, but the cupboard was bare at Florida State when Jimbo left. So yeah.
What is Jimbo looking like at Texas Tech? I mean Texas A&M because I haven't even been watching them. I only watch them when they play certain people.
They lost against Clemson, but they gonna be competitive in the West. I mean,
how long you give them there?
Oh, he gonna be there at least minimum 5 because he got a 7-year contract. So he gonna at least get 5.
And if he even know how to run up them scoreboards, that's really all they give a shit about.
And you know Texas A&M gonna put the money behind them.
Yeah, they got the money.
Ooh, if anybody got the money, A&M got the money.
They got the money.
Bag.
Big East.
Ain't no Big East no more.
Big East.
Ain't no Big East football?
No.
The hell?
They been got rid of it. When they did all the conference
I
realignment.
knew somebody was missing that's usually going on in basketball. I knew somebody was
So what
missing.
happened when they got rid of when they did all the conference realignments and stuff, and then Syracuse, all of them went to the ACC.
Wait a minute. So what do they call those other East teams then?
No, the Big East is only a basketball conference.
Yes.
None of the Big East
They don't
teams,
have football teams.
Only the big team. They don't have.
I forgot that shuffle only happened in football.
Yeah, they don't have.
That's right.
The Big East doesn't have any football teams that are D1 except for UConn because UConn is now going back to the Big East.
They got. They got a football.
Because remember they went to what happened? They went to the American. So the American conference between them, Tulsa, Central Florida,
that shit was
South Florida. The team you got to worry about is Central Florida. I think if Central Florida
is fucking.
Central Florida got into they should be in the Big 12. When the Big 12 was trying to get back, Big 12 lost teams.
It sounds like the ACC could use
either or.
Yeah.
But no, the reason I say the Big 12 is because they need to get back to 12 teams. They're only at 10.
That's weird.
Yeah, when they lost,
we talked about that last.
When they lost Texas A&M and Missouri, they dropped down to 10. But like 2 years ago, they went out looking for.
But I thought they picked up West Virginia.
Yeah, but they were already there. West Virginia was there. West Virginia came after Colorado and Nebraska left.
Okay.
Yeah, Colorado went to the Pac-12. Nebraska came to the Big 10. Yeah. And then West Virginia came over into the
Okay.
That Big East shuffle fucked me up.
Yeah,
man.
but the Big 12, they even had a situation like year before last where they were like, okay, we're thinking about adding teams, and then they interviewed all these teams and they did all this shit, and then they were like, nope, we gonna stay the same.
Shit, man. Take your
if the
ass
Big 12,
off,
no,
go drive over to Irvin and tell the motherfucker, get a motherfucker piece of your mind.
What they need to do is
if
the Big 12 was smart, they would go get Houston and go get Central Florida. You got those are two big enough teams. They got two enough teams. They got two.
Wait, who office over there?
The Big 12. Big 12
office
right now. Yeah, it's right off 114. Yes, this is their headquarters. They're in Dallas. They're headquartered out of Dallas.
That don't really make a lot of sense, but I guess they make
right down the street.
Think
they
about
make the Dallas Oklahoma game being in Dallas.
No.
The Oklahoma
like
Texas
this.
game being in Dallas make more sense.
It's more because it was so many teams in Texas.
Yeah,
so you're gonna put
sense.
Yeah, because when the Big
Dallas.
12, when the Big 12 first started, Big 8. You had Texas A&M.
Big 8.
That's what they were.
I know. It sounds so weird now.
Yeah. Baylor, SMU, Texas, Texas Tech, Texas A&M. Shit, you're gonna put the damn headquarters in Dallas, so it made sense.
Okay.
But no, if the Big 12 gets to 12 and they get Central Florida and Houston,
that's crazy.
That you get two high-powered teams, and now you have more money going to those teams that they can invest in their programs. Overall,
Central Florida.
Damn.
Fuck. Well, Houston too, but
yes.
Fuck, that'll be crazy.
Houston would be a good pickup.
Both of them.
Both of them. Central Florida.
Central Florida just, I mean, like when I think about the conferences though, you gotta think about the regions, and it's always weird when they had this one outlier that's just like way over there across the country.
Guess what? That's what West Virginia is.
I know. That's why I think it's weird.
So
that's why I think it's weird. West Virginia is closer to the ACC.
Yeah,
they fit for that. They fit for that style of play in that conference.
I know.
No, they were in the Big
East.
East. They were when the Big East. When the Big East split, and they got rid of you had all those teams, Miami, Boston College, and Syracuse went to the ACC. West Virginia, they were like, oh, we got to find somewhere to go. We're going to the Big 12. And then all the other teams were like, well, we don't have football, so it just kind of goes.
And I don't think that UCF necessarily gets that notoriety. Well, they're starting to do it now.
The last
but
three
when
years,
they
How
did
do they do
when they
against
did
major
that
competition,
shuffle,
though?
they do great.
they get out there and do
Do
their
they?
thing.
Okay.
Them
But
motherfuckers
the
are
problem,
fast.
so
Florida
the same-
fast.
They got
Because
all
remember-
the speed.
Same thing we say
fast,
about
yeah.
don't nobody want to play them though. Only time people will play them is in the bowl game, and that's
Fucking
because
on my
the
schedule.
bowl game is you ain't bringing in UCF to sit there and be like, yeah, we gonna play UCF.
UCF figured it out.
and take that
Whatever the
L.
case between them, well, it was like them, Florida Atlantic, and South Florida.
South
and
Florida,
it was kind of bubbling
yeah.
up at the same time. UCF is gone.
Yeah,
Because y'all's team was like that too.
Football-wise.
Who?
Western Michigan, right?
Yeah, we had that
And we
year where
had
we
that
kind of,
conversation.
Yeah.
you
But
call
we
lightning
can't
in
get
the
nobody
bottle.
to stay, coaching wise.
Because
Well,
as
we
soon
couldn't
as you
get that,
good, your coach is gonna.
Which I think
Well, we couldn't get PJ Fleck to stay. It
go
wasn't
for
enough
a bigger
for him to
job. He
stay.
went for a
But
bigger job.
I think
Yeah, hell yeah.
if Central Florida, so like Scott Frost, he had them undefeated at Central Florida.
Yep.
He left to go to Nebraska, which makes sense because he's from Nebraska. He's Heisman quarterback winner from Nebraska.
I haven't said it's nice out for me.
Mm-hmm.
Now they
Yeah,
got
that's
Josh Heupel, who was a former Oklahoma quarterback. He's the coach there at UCF. If UCF was in a bigger conference, then you wouldn't have to leave because you're already at a Power
You're getting
5
what
job.
you need, right?
Now, if that was to come about, and you got a former Oklahoma player that's now a coach, this would be the time to maybe pull that link in together.
No,
And who? I mean,
No.
who though?
No, I'm saying bringing UCF to the Big 12. That's what I'm talking about.
No,
from that
you should do it
perspective,
just for the simple fact that you're going to get a guaranteed good football team.
a fucking really good football team that
And-
people want to watch
Yeah,
and that kids want to play for. Period.
yeah, they'll put
Yeah.
people in the seats,
Yep.
and because they have they have that.
And their hoop program ain't terrible.
They
No.
wouldn't. They
It's
wouldn't. They wouldn't
decent.
stay this. They might lose some momentum though if they get moved to a Power 5 conference.
Not the football team. And I say that in confidence because that speed can't be matched ultimately just
Initially-
across
What
the board.
happens when you move to a Power 5 conference though is that you've opened up your recruiting.
Yeah, so
But
yeah,
kids
now-
go want to play there more. They already want to play there out
No,
of Florida.
I think what
they
hap-
want to play there more.
what
if
happened
they went
is
to the Big 12.
the initial transition to it.
That will be tough.
It was slow because now instead of you gearing up for your big game, every week is a big game. So
Yeah, I
if you
can see
move to
that.
the Big 12, okay,
Same thing.
you
she's
know,
saying,
I got to
so.
play Kansas State this week. Oh shit! Now I got to play Texas. Oh damn! Now I got to play Texas Tech. Oh damn! Now I got to play Oklahoma.
Yep.
Oh, and now I got to play Oklahoma State.
I
Which
get it. I
the
get
Big
it.
12 fits them because they all kind of play the same.
Yeah.
But you know, that's kind of the thing they always say. Like, if you put them in the SEC, then what would they do? Because now you,
I'll give them 24 months.
yeah, it'd be
You know
all
what I
about
mean?
recruiting. But like I
It'll
said,
be,
you got
yeah,
more
good
resources to
solid
put
year.
into it.
Absolutely. And
So-
more money and once you tell a kid, hey, we get new this, new that, and it'll be here ready for you. And kids that's ninth graders to start seeing that and they start running them camps,
Right.
they'll be ready.
I don't know. I
Ninth,
just feel
10th,
like
they'll be
joining
ready.
a Power 5 would probably hurt them more than it's gonna help them.
In the long run, it's going to help.
Long run, I think it'll win. It'll be straight.
Because they'll be fine. Because they'll start, because I don't necessarily feel like, and I could be wrong, I don't necessarily feel like from a Florida standpoint, every kid is just jumping for Gator Seminole Cane. They
Not
necess-
anymore.
And now if you throw the Big 12 in the mix, they're like, oh shit, I'm about to get TV time like
Yeah,
a motherfucker
you gonna
anyway.
get- yeah.
Right.
Come on.
You think? But do you
And
think
they
the
jerseys
Big
be
12
nice.
is the conference for them, or would they be more effective and would
They actually-
would the ACC work better for them?
Either or,
Yeah,
they're
it
about the
wouldn't
same.
matter.
But
But from a
it'd be
standpoint of
easier for
filling the
them.
gap.
It's easier for them to get into the Big 12 just based
Then it
on
would be the ACC.
because of they're needing to get. They need to get up to so many teams. The ACC
Right.
is
Yeah.
kind of set what they're going to be.
Right.
Real quick, this before we get out of college football, this weekend big games. Utah playing SC, which is this game is interesting only because it's a Fox game, but who's doing the game is Urban Meyer and Reggie Bush.
What?
Yeah, so this is Reggie Bush's first time back at USC since he's been kind of excommunicado
My
for
man.
everything.
He said excommunicado.
Then
Somebody's been watching John Wick. Go ahead.
all the time.
Chapter 3 was amazing. Go ahead.
Hell yeah.
I gotta see it.
I've never
Then-
seen one.
But also,
Thanks for
you
the
wildin'.
reminder.
You,
Oh, yeah.
you
Not
are.
one.
You need
You
to get
are
all
tripping.
3 take an afternoon and do nothing.
And just watch people get
look
murked.
at the amazing, just be amazed by Keanu Reeves.
It's just fun to watch.
Yeah,
what I say, he walking in his highest spiritual place right now.
It's fun to
but
watch.
also the thing about that is because Urban Meyer's doing the game. Well, the not so secret elephant in the room is that Clay Helton's probably going to get fired. One being
Urban Meyer going to coach again?
Oh, he's going to coach again.
He always going out with some kind of injury and then resurgence.
He had a year off. He's going to come back. But
last year, like his stomach hurt.
He had a legit. He had like a brain tumor or something.
Nah, when he left Florida, his head was hurting or something.
Like that.
And then he went to Ohio State. They started doing stupid stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, my stomach, I got."
But check it. So you got him going to be there. So now you got the coach that everybody kind of wants to come coach your team. Lynn Swan already got fired as the AD, so they're going to get a new AD. New AD means he's going to want his own guy to come in, and you can kind of cut bait with Helton. So that
it's all strategic.
Just kind of watch out to the end of the year. Like we said, Michigan, Wisconsin.
Ashley, I've not seen John Wick.
It's incredible. It's an incredible thing.
It's
not a one.
I mean, fun shit to watch.
Dude, get all three of them. Florida and just watch them back to back. Go ahead.
Florida, Tennessee, which ain't no tell. I mean, it's a rivalry game. It's Florida, Tennessee.
True.
It is a rivalry game.
They got a lot of history.
Plus, I want to see what Florida's going to do with the new quarterback.
Why not, Angie?
I mean, Tennessee lose.
Tennessee is bad.
They are trash.
Like Tennessee is like bad, and can't nobody help them. They had 3 coaches. Like nobody can help them.
They done ran through.
Recruiting is not an issue for them because they're Tennessee.
They get recruited.
It's just. Yeah. I don't even know what to say. Like, you don't even know who can go there.
But not even on the strength of them just playing up to the fact that it's Florida. Not even on that. You don't think
it could?
I mean,
that'll get you through the first quarter.
Your spark game. Oh yeah, first quarter.
And then reality.
They gonna come out with that goddamn dog. They gonna be hype as hell.
Yeah, Smokey. They gonna come out there and get it.
That's what the problem
Smoke
is.
Gonna be asleep by the second quarter.
Hey, we ain't gonna hate on dog mascots. Smokey and Ugg. Smokey and Ugg are pretty hype.
Smokey be looking old.
What's y'all dog? I know y'all got.
He a bulldog, but he always eating. At least he hungry.
Who's y'all dog? What's y'all dog's name?
Motherfucker be eating brisket and shit.
They feed that dog whatever he want. I told y'all about that dog before. To take care of that dog is $120,000 a year job.
You told me that. Yeah, I remember that.
Free travel.
Yeah.
Everything. All that lady got to do is walk that dog, and she just keep all the rest of like she got this whole thing.
That's how Georgia do.
That's her whole job.
It. That's how the Georgia thing is.
And she comes to all the games, and she just walk the dog out there. She doing. He just be laying there like.
Hey man, that's the best job.
I forgot the dog name.
So sad. Auburn, Texas A&M. That's gonna be a game.
That's gonna be a good game.
That's gonna be. I
like to watch that game.
That's Washington BYU will be
because Auburn coach got 9 lives. Every time the people get ready to fire him.
Every game he coaching this year, he is coaching for next year. But Auburn's so dumb because they got the most ridiculous buyout ever. They're gonna have to pay him like $25 million if they fire him.
What? Oh, you stand.
No, it don't matter.
No, last year they was gonna fire him anyway and write the check. Yeah, like that's how bad they wanted him gone.
SEC don't give a damn about your buyout. They be like, look, man, we got.
If they want you gone,
they'll fire.
They'll cut the check and put a U-Haul in front
of
your
house. Trust me, it's enough boosters that
damn sure will.
Look,
right.
It's enough boosters at them meetings. They'll be like, hold up,
how
what's
much?
the buyout? Here go my $1 million to it. Right it off.
He has to go. Yeah.
Who got the night game?
Night game is
It's a fun night game.
It's Notre Dame in Georgia.
That's fun.
Yes, it is.
I don't think it's gonna be a fun game to watch.
It was a close game last year.
I like all Notre Dame night games. I don't give a fuck what's going. Remember that touchdown, Jesus? You crazy? That shit be hype as hell.
I'm interested in this Auburn and Texas A&M game. I think
that's gonna be the two games.
True. And then shit.
And then,
that sounds like that.
That's it. I mean, that's for top 25 games. I mean, like I say, the last game of the night, the Pac-12 after dark. That's what you get.
Because I hear y'all saying nothing about Michigan and Michigan State right now.
Oh, Michigan State lost.
Michigan State trash.
Okay, so
great defense.
Like usually we kind of started with that, but y'all just kind of mellow right over there.
Their offense can't move furniture. The defense is great though.
My friends have accused me of this being the Michigan Homer podcast, so I laid back off of it.
No, I want to hear it.
Especially since Sherrod ain't here, so I ain't got my cohort with me. Michigan State suck on offense. They offense is like worse than Tennessee offense.
How did it get like that? We're talking about a team that was top tier.
Honestly,
like, what, 2 years ago?
their quarterback play is always They get they typically have some good receivers, and their running game is usually good.
So coming down there recruiting in the South ain't helping them.
They don't really get down in the South.
No, they stay up East Coast.
We be down there.
Yeah, Midwest.
I mean,
but we don't like snow.
We get a couple. They get a couple.
Get your kids that's gonna play in the cold.
We don't like snow.
Nah. But you know what's funny?
Having those shorts and
Mama
flannels.
can't come.
But a lot of players who like go they will sign with like northern teams, and then that second year you'll see a lot of them transfer.
They transfer back.
They be like,
they always do.
Michigan lost like 3 dudes off that.
Cold motherfucker out there. Shit, boy, cold motherfucker out there, cuz. You ain't got no cold, cuz.
You got that cold.
That's because
we got a lot of Florida guys that played at Western Michigan.
We had a whole lot of Florida dudes.
He said, I just like
literally was wearing, you could say they had coats, but then they ain't have a lot of jeans necessarily, just a lot of pants. So they just was wearing shorts
all the time.
And then but that was when it was cold. Oh, but when that snow hit, that whole life changed.
That's just not our spiritual place.
So yeah. No, Michigan.
That's why they didn't have. That's why they didn't have.
And we got some dogs out of Florida.
Yeah,
we got some great players out of Florida. But it just
Carroll City,
man. It just I don't know. And that be them boys that go over to UCF and play their ass off. But go ahead. You said that's pretty much. What was the Pac-12 night game?
Their night game is Colorado, Arizona State, which actually
love Colorado.
Could be a decent game.
Just the state.
Yes, and then Washington, UCLA, but UCLA trash, so it don't matter.
You said Colorado. Who else? I'm sorry.
Arizona State.
Which
Arizona State.
That's always fun.
They're probably.
I can't watch Packs. I just can't.
I enjoy it because I like watching late games. But Arizona State will possibly lose this game because they're coming off of them beating Michigan State when they probably shouldn't have won.
They should not have won that game.
So this is a letdown game.
And this is how bad that game was.
He's serious about this. He's gonna make this point.
well, it's simple. A low-scoring game. Okay. They held Arizona State for like 10 points.
Oh.
It was 13 to 10.
That's not a good game.
Okay. So Michigan State had the opportunity to tie. Actually hit the first field goal. They called it back. Then he went and kicked it again. Shank left.
It should have been a penalty on Arizona State for jumping over the line, but they didn't call it. Yeah, but their kicker also missed 3 kicks that game.
But you got a defense that held them down to 13 points. And shit, was probably in bad field position for probably one of them touchdowns. So shit, you know what I mean?
College football that's a good segue into your topic of Tim Tebow.
Yeah,
go for it.
Go fucking ahead. This motherfucker, yeah. Oh my God.
Y'all say what y'all got to say about Tim Tebow first.
Check this out. So what we talking about is
I can't stand
is California passing a law that will allow players to profit off their name and likeness.
Right.
That's all it is. It is not, and this is where the story where people
the line get crossed.
Yeah, people blur it and says,
they should be paid to play.
Thank you, son.
Which they should.
Thank you.
They should, but that's we're talking. That's 2 different things we're talking about right now.
You're right.
It's 2 different things. People look at this and say, oh, they can make money off their likeness, and the first thing people say is, we shouldn't pay the players. You're not paying. The schools are not paying the players still with this. It is just giving people the opportunity to make money off their name. But what is also being lost in this is that people look at it like they can get endorsement deals, blah, blah, blah. It can be something as simple as, was it last year before last? It was a kicker at UCF. He had a YouTube page, had a bunch of views. You know, if you get a number of views, number of subscribers, you start getting money. He could not have his YouTube page because he could not make money off of his likeness. That wasn't somebody.
That's insane.
That was him having his own grassroots thing going that people were like, oh, damn, we like what he's doing online with these videos and stuff. And YouTube was like, well, hey, you're bringing revenue to the page. But because he could not he could not continue his page, else he'd be deemed ineligible. That is what getting paid off your likeness. It's just not, oh, this car dealership makes giving you money to sign autographs. No, it's past that nowadays. It's all kind of stuff.
And as long as it's not detrimental to the team or during the season or something like that, that's getting in the way, it shouldn't be a problem.
Agree.
But first thing people say, well, man, you have people going to California because they can pay you. No. People still have to want to pay you. Just because, and we're not
even talking about everybody on the team getting paid.
It's going to be a couple dudes.
You're talking about your top tier players.
It's going to be a couple dudes, man.
You're not talking about everybody.
It's going to be a fucking minority.
Very small minority.
It's so bad.
The crazy part is
to the point it won't even fucking count the grand.
People are going crazy before you can even have it fully implemented or the full rollout of how it would work.
Nobody knows the detail.
Not at all. And that's the part. I'm like, dog, people are wilding over this. Like, y'all gotta chill.
So that's where it goes into the Tim Tebow aspect, because there are a couple of bullet points that stood out for me. He's talking about how he didn't want to get paid,
which is fine.
That's fine.
I got no beef with that.
That's your ass.
Oh, he annoying. Oh, he's
the
so
other
annoying.
part about talking about my granddad went here and my dad went here.
But once again, that's all. That's
one of them foamers.
But my daddy didn't get out the 11th grade. He don't care.
But okay. So devil's advocate with that. You do have a bunch of legacy players in college football.
Absolutely.
Who the reason I went to this school is because I had all these people.
And that's fine. But while I'm here, I might as well make some money.
Yeah, and just what if you ain't pressed for the money, so you like, hey, look, I know I'm not going pro after this or whatever, and I'm just here perfectly fine. Just because I don't want to do it doesn't mean somebody else should not be allowed to do it. And that's how it came off as, hey, like, no, Tebow was right. He did have the fucking top 5 jersey in the world.
I mean, he played for like 9 years. I know he was there when I was in undergrad. I finished grade school. He was still playing Florida.
He only played 4.
It seemed like forever.
Yeah, because he actually stayed his whole 4 years. You know, SEC players.
I'm like, look, I would turn on TV like, this dude's still playing.
And he played a lot. He played a lot.
At his freshman year.
Behind. What was the light skinned kid named?
Chris Lee.
Chris Lee. He played a lot behind him his freshman year. So everybody knew the fuck he was sophomore
Chris
year.
Lee black?
Yeah, light skinned kid.
That's a revelation for me. Keep going.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
But like I said, no, I ain't got no
fucking tone deficit.
Yeah, it was the way he came off with it. That's what, like I say, if you were fine with not being paid, and it's probably
he was passionate about it.
It's probably a lot of players who probably didn't. It wasn't that big of a deal for them. I'm pretty sure he wasn't the only one. But like I say, you can't like throw your beliefs and throw that towards everybody, because everybody else doesn't have the same situation or the same.
Most of the good ones don't have that same situation.
I think what he was saying is that when you put money into the equation, things change. And
of course
that is a fact. And
yes,
he wants to keep it the way it is because of the things that's going to surround the game once you start putting money in these kids' hands, which I understand it.
But
not saying I necessarily agree with it, but I definitely understand it. Once you introduce money, it is going to change.
The issue,
but the money that they're introducing, though, like he said, is two different things. We're not talking about the university paying the kids. We're talking about the outside entities where a kid could go and play a video game with his name and his likeness on it while he's trying to figure out what he's gonna eat today.
I said money introduced. It doesn't. I'm not talking about where it's coming from. I'm saying once you introduce money into the equation, things are gonna change.
True. I mean, but that's what college. But the reason that college football has changed is because of all the money that has been introduced.
That's being made at the top.
Yeah, early '90s, blah blah blah. The TV contracts wasn't what they were.
Right.
So now,
the coaching contracts aren't what they were.
Exactly. So no, you didn't have a bunch of schools bringing in $100 million a year.
Right.
But now, the Big Ten and the SEC, we use those two because they make the most money. They both got networks. They both high dollar teams, blah blah blah, traditional teams, big time brands. End of the year, everything they split. And both these conferences have 14 teams. They each get home with a check of a minimum to each school of $45 million. That's just being divvied up by the conference. That's not even counting what you make at the gate, what your brand makes, everything else. So. But that's coming from billion-dollar TV contracts. So of course, the money exploded around it. So of course, the tenor and tone around everybody else is like, well, shit. Once upon a time, no, it wasn't the super profitable thing that it is now. Everybody's gonna be like, yo. Now, like I said, I'm not saying you pay them like. Hey, BG, I pay you this much. Hey, Phil, but I pay you this much. No. I'm all about, hey, we are increasing the stipends on each player. We're on the team. Here's this set amount. Go from there. Because at least you don't have a delineation
but
and a hierarchy.
But you're still talking about a different thing. Right now you're talking about what the state of California did was off of their licenses.
Yeah, they're just saying you got the ability. You just got the ability to use
their
your
likeness
name
in their
to
name.
make money. you know.
And people are using and exploiting their likenesses in their names anyway.
Right.
I mean, people are going to use their names in their likenesses anyway. So they might as well get something from it. We're not even talking about like a whole paycheck. What are you talking about? A percentage of sales? And I think it's fair. What Tim Tebow did was foaming. He did what would you say when you like kissing butt in the establishment? He said what the establishment guys wanted him to say because he's felt upward his whole life. So he don't understand that wasn't for him. That was for players that made him look like he was a good quarterback, like Percy Harvin.
Or I'm not gonna
he made you look good.
But in college, Tim Tebow was that dude.
Yeah, he was that dude because he had weapons.
Yeah, but still, I mean that's football.
Okay. If he was that dude though, it didn't transfer to the NFL.
It's a whole bunch of players that don't transfer.
I know, so that's why I say he fell forward.
That's why I don't even. I'd say what you're going to be, what you are in college, and I leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even try to associate what you do in the NFL. If you were that dude in college, you were that dude in college because the NFL that can be determined about who you play with, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. Just kind of what you're saying. But so with Tebow, he was that dude. He was Florida, blah blah blah. But he also had a brand at Florida that once he was out of Florida, he still had the Tebow brand.
Right.
Which for him, he can be like, yeah, I have this brand because I went to Florida.
Yeah. It was Jesus, football, and celibacy.
Yeah. It was. I mean, that's not false.
It's not false.
You know. But and he's a Heisman Trophy winner. So forever he can always if Tebow had went to the NFL and never did he didn't well he got one playoff win, but he beat the Steelers. Yeah, he beat the Steelers.
Who he played for?
That's when he played for Denver. Yeah, they beat the Steelers in the playoffs.
Fuck 2000.
Fucking Steelers.
2012.
Something like that.
Yeah, 2012.
But
got mobbed the entire time he was in the league. Had that one miracle run.
Hey, dog, that's all you need.
Motherfucker had about 5 days stretch.
There's a whole bunch of players who had a miracle run, and that's all they needed. But what can Tebow always make money off of?
Talking crazy.
Well, yeah,
talking. Period.
Well, I mean, I don't mind him on TV, but he can anywhere he signs his name. First thing he say, Heisman Trophy winner, instant dollars.
Yeah, he doing. The funny part is, you're already doing this shit that kids in college should be able to do. It don't fucking matter. So
just make you can be able to make money off of your own name. That's because it's your name.
You might be able to get a couple of guys that's from Florida in a certain city in a certain area from a certain high school. Like, hey y'all, let's do a camp.
Yeah,
off season shit, one fucking week.
Yeah,
a weekend and make some money real quick.
I mean, but
take back,
they work those camps anyway.
And you already supposed to be working the camp. You just can't do it under your name.
No, they work those camps. They just can't get money for it. They can't get paid.
That's fucking.
They work those camps anyway.
They go to.
But a lot of them, you're doing
fundraising events.
Yeah, but
they do all this stuff and they can't get paid.
Yeah,
for
but
it.
a lot of that because they know they can't get paid. They're doing it to set themselves up for some other shit. So I get the game that they got to play on that end. Plus, they're going to get depending on where you go, you're going to get some nice handshakes after the game, depending on. How good you did this week.
Couple full envelopes.
Yeah, man. Everybody know the envelopes.
So, hell yeah. You ain't seen the program? Shit. Oh, y'all don't? Tell you it's Cash App in Mississippi State.
it be in the barbecue container. Hey,
I hate y'all.
Empty bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's.
Every Monday, it's the Monday special. You come in. And you ordered number 2.
I hate y'all so much.
And then the bottom box, it be your rib plate and then it's little you had a little small styrofoam container.
They talking crazy about Mississippi State.
Oh no, this is just SEC general.
So Andrew,
be the the large side.
Yeah, the large side, and it's a couple hundreds in there.
I really hate them. What you was about to say? I can't stand them.
What you got, man?
No, so what else were you mad at? You on a mad rant.
No, I was annoyed. I was actually watching it when we were talking in the message, and I was annoyed by like how he was just going on and on. I just felt like he was talking about he didn't see it from everybody else's perspective. Everybody don't come from his background.
It was very selfish.
He was. I think he's always been like that. He's not doing anything that's off brand for him. He's always been very selfish and always been very about himself.
He was actually one of Aaron Hernandez's closest friends.
What?
In Florida.
Jesus couldn't say that motherfucker either.
Just saying.
Between him and Treyway.
I felt like it was self-serving. I felt like it was self-serving. I felt like it was that he wasn't. I don't think he was really informed about the whole thing because the way he was talking about, like you said, it was two different subjects that we were talking about. He was talking about players getting paid in general. He brought something else into the situation that just made a whole firestorm. It had nothing to do with. He was I didn't want to play. Let's play for the love of the game. Go down there and tell your old coach. What's the man name that coaching at Florida now? I forgot.
Dan Mullen.
Him. Go down there and tell him to coach. I don't remember. Go down here and tell him. Go down there and tell him to coach for the love of the game and see how well they get you. How far they go.
No, but you know what? It's a whole bunch. It's a whole bunch of players that's out there playing for the love of the game.
Because they ain't gonna get nothing else after this, and that's the whole point of this whole thing. And guess what?
They know schools they play at, schools that don't make no money.
Mm-hmm.
So them the ones he need to be dealing with. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just felt like he was being just real self-serving. Like I was watching it and I was just like, this is so annoying.
Extremely. The rest of that shit you're talking about. She said she made a Ben Roethlisberger comment. Don't mean shit.
Well,
it means
that's because you're a Steelers fan.
Yeah, that means absolutely
also
nothing.
Every time somebody try to tell me something about Ben, I'm just gonna say, well, you know, you're a rapist.
That's a harsh, false fucking statement. That's hard to put on somebody.
Before we close out this the player likeness, South Carolina, North Carolina already got bills that are being drawn up coming up next. New York got a bill coming out also, but the thing is this. The NCAA was like, yeah, if players do it, they can be suspended. What you're not going to do is let North Carolina, South Carolina put this in place. What you're not going to do is suspend players from your damn number one team in the nation.
Hell no.
So the NCAA might as well get behind it right now.
NCAA don't want the smoke. Because
guess what? South Carolina and North Carolina goes and does this. Your two biggest sports are football and basketball, which means Duke, Clemson, and Carolina.
Wait,
Carolina and Duke in basketball.
Oh, basketball.
Yeah. And then Clemson in football.
When he said Carolina, I thought about South Carolina in football. I was like,
don't you worry.
No, not no more. I mean, once upon a time, South Carolina, they tried to make a run.
Yeah, that was one point of time.
So,
now, this is her other funny comment real quick about Shaq and the Papa John's thing. This is what I wanted to match to that.
Yeah, that bothered me so much.
He owns Papa John's. He owns a lot.
He's been an owner for years.
He's been an owner, but they've never bothered to put him on the board until they did all this racist stuff. But they bothered
with Peyton. They bothered with. There was another athlete they put out there.
You're still missing what I'm saying. So the reason that they put Shaquille O'Neal on the board, even though he's been an owner, like you said, for all of these years, is because the CEO of Papa John's came out and said all this racist stuff.
Former CEO.
Former CEO on paper. He is still there. He is still getting paid, and he is still running stuff in the background. Trust me, it's happening.
Because you could be.
She's actually right about that. They didn't kick him out.
They didn't kick him out.
Oh, okay.
So how do they fix it?
This is how you fix it.
So if they says if the CEO says some racist shit, okay. We stopped him from being the face of it. All right, so now we need to turn the ship around.
If we need to find a black person.
How do you fix it?
So here's the thing. It is disingenuous. This is my thing. There's the way that they shove and shake. It's business, but it's very disingenuous. Like you said, it's not like he's just a new owner in Papa John's. He's been around. So if you really wanted this big African,
no. But you know what?
You would have done this a long time ago.
If they went to somebody who strictly targeted the black market, Shaq targets every market. Yeah, Shaq, true. If you can get the most international face of a sport,
I mean, but what would they do? What would they do in order to not be disingenuous? What would be a genuine like, hey, we messed up. We want to try to fix this problem. What could they do that wouldn't be
nothing?
Genuine? So we can't fix it.
Yeah,
you just stay racist forever.
But if I'm Shaq,
that's your sword to down.
If I'm Shaq,
that's your blade to down.
I'm stepping up to say I'll do the shit.
I don't know.
Which is probably the rest of this shit ain't working.
Yeah, because
sales probably down like a motherfucker.
But I can see what you're saying is him having a vested interest in it as an actual owner. So I guess this is the best way for him to do it. Because if they had to just went and pick just some random black person that wasn't no owner or nothing,
what they were doing,
a little bit more weird.
They were doing.
So I guess he is losing money in this situation.
What they were doing wasn't working any fucking way. From the probably a huge plummet of sales. You were barely seeing their commercials on NFL games or anything anymore.
And that's Jerry Jones' boy.
Well, because Jerry, well, not just that, because Jerry Jones got a couple hundred of them boys.
Papa John's is still one of the sponsors for the Cowboys.
Well, that contract was gonna last regardless, but it's just the point where you got, like you said, this vested
That's what I'm
interest
saying.
part,
They want to fix something. You can stop putting that sweet ass sauce on that pizza. How about that?
Yeah, they pizza sauce is sweet.
They
pulled
the pizza been whack.
They pulled the
pizza was always whack.
Not when it was $8 for a large in college.
Exactly. I was about to say when
In college we ate everything.
That don't mean it wasn't whack. That mean it was affordable.
It was affordable.
Well, that we made it affordable. We called their ads and said we had a $6 coupon for a large. And they came and dropped it off. We're like, my bad, dog. I left the coupon upstairs. And they said, don't even worry about it. And you give them a tip, and they take their ass back to that little campus spot, to the campus location. I can't make this up.
Facts.
I can't.
I understand.
I was doing it before him, so
yeah, they told me the game.
No, but like I said, I mean, if you're a brand and you mess up, I mean, you have to try to do something in order to fix it. As long as it's not patronizing. I don't think that using Shaq and what he's done and what he said in any of the commercials that he's been in, I don't think that anything is patronizing or insulting.
Especially because he's not pandering to black people.
Their brand trying to turn the shit around.
He wearing that Jerry. He wearing that Jerry Rice Popeyes helmet.
That was terrible.
He had a piece of chicken and a chin strap.
Hey, that reminded me of that. You know that commercial that they showed? You seen Undercover Brother?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That reminded me of that chicken commercial that they had on that.
Generous fried chicken.
Yeah.
I like Undercover Brother. That's my joint.
When I saw Jerry Rice with that chicken helmet on,
that was a bad day in Negro history.
I was very surprised.
And then Church said, "Hold my beer," and they had Mary J. Blige do the Church's chicken commercial.
Do her
Y'all remember it was like a
I
whole
thought that was
black
Burger
thing.
King.
No,
that was Church's.
She did a Church's chicken commercial too. She was.
They took her song and remixed it.
I'm surprised.
Oh, she did want some Burger King.
I'm surprised Jerry Rice let himself be a part of that. When they came to him and handed him that helmet, I'm surprised
maybe he liked
on.
Popeyes a lot.
Maybe
I like Popeyes a lot. I'm not doing that.
Let's
shit.
be real though. Jerry Rice did go to Mississippi Valley, and that might have been his chicken of choice at Mississippi Valley.
Nah,
it could have been a long time coming.
Look, bro, I grew up.
I mean, you would know. I get it. I
grew up in Tyler, Texas, bro. I'm from the country. I'm not doing that bullshit.
Yeah, that was just a bad look. That was a real bad look.
Worst.
Well, so were his braids at a point, but you know, he doesn't. His judgment ain't his call. He's a football player and he does great talking about it and catching football.
As soon as they handed him that helmet, you should have known. With that piece of chicken on the road,
this is what I need to know.
In front of your face.
Where was
the old kicker helmet? That was an old 1950s.
Where was the black person in the marketing meeting?
The Ray Finkel helmet. It was the Ray fucking Finkel helmet.
Black people
exactly.
There ain't no black people in the Popeyes marketing meeting because if they was, they still had a lady talking about my chicken.
Cussing people square out in the
boardroom.
Where
was the person
you don't get this man
that said this is a bad idea?
Ain't no black people in the Popeyes.
They saw the playback like they were sitting there like
he was about to get a chicken concussion.
Damn. No, he did not put this damn helmet on. I don't think this would be a good idea, people.
It ain't no black people in that meeting.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And if it was just that one, you know he was looking around like, ain't nobody gonna say nothing.
Ain't no black people in that meeting.
Right, but he don't want to lose his job. He
don't want to lose his job.
Are y'all for real?
And you found the one dude that cooperated with
the director of urban marketing.
No, I'm talking about Jerry Rice. And you found the one dude that was gonna cooperate with it. And you old enough to know better. He way old enough to know better. Yeah.
You're right.
All right. So we got to hit the NFL. We definitely got to hit the NFL
right quick. Now, Taco Charles got released. I saw that.
You threw that in there.
You said Lions undefeated. Lions undefeated.
I said that.
Well, let's say it while we can. The Lions are undefeated.
I said that.
My boy,
I didn't say how.
My boy, Kyler Murray looked good in that last drive. Chances to win the South.
There you go, right there.
I don't really. I think it's gonna be Atlanta.
I still think it'll be Atlanta.
I think it's gonna be Atlanta because I don't know what
Atlanta
the Saints gonna do.
Yeah, I think Atlanta could just stand the test.
And
especially from a
what's gonna be Atlanta?
Atlanta's gonna win the South.
NFC South.
Oh, NFC South. Because Grandma Newton hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And
goddamn.
I don't believe in Jameis Winston one iota.
Hey, whoa.
Hey, look, man.
Whoa.
Hey, look.
Hold up.
I don't believe in
You ain't ready to eat these W's, too.
I don't believe in Jameis Winston one iota.
This worse than that Popeyes.
They at the bottom of the division. They're going to stay at the bottom of the division.
You got to watch how you talk about Jameis on this show.
Hey, man.
We ain't going to take the disrespect on this show.
Jameis
Jameis
is a buzz.
You know that he is.
I did expect more.
Friend
I
of the show.
Y'all ain't ready to eat these. Y'all ain't ready to eat these W's. You know how bad.
He a friend of the show.
We got to.
He a friend of the show.
We be supporting Jay Miz all the time.
James Winston is a friend of the show.
Well, first of all,
I'm ready.
I agree.
You ready? I'm ready. Hit the phone.
Sound like the champ.
Yeah.
Y'all clearly don't know nobody
Somebody-
from Mississippi or Alabama aside from me.
Hold up.
Come Saturday,
Did Jameis not sound like that when he did it?
somebody's go get knocked the fuck out.
Jameis sounded like that. I mean, shit. We didn't make that
A
up.
little sped up, but I was gonna say this real quick. You know how bad your hype speech got to be for somebody to say, "All right, fuck what you was talking about, y'all. Let's try this over. I'm not about to be eating W's."
And he did it on TV too. It was on TV.
I was confused. Okay, go.
James is a friend of the show. Go ahead.
Nah, but Atlanta's definitely, I think, gonna win the South
Right.
unless Teddy Bridgewater can come in there and do work.
He ain't the passer that Drew Brees is, so they offense ain't gonna run the same.
Yeah.
What about the fact that QBs are dropping like flies in the NFL?
bound to happen?
They dropping like
This ain't
flies.
number guys will. Right?
It's
Hey,
guys
that's why I
with-
just put on the Steelers shirt and the shorts and went to the gym. Like, you know what? Fuck it. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
They dropping like flies. We lost our QB for the season to elbow surgery.
And you know all he did?
Who was your
He
quarterback?
just threw.
Ben Roethlisberger.
He just threw.
Okay.
That was it. He just threw and the damn elbow ruptured.
That's God.
I mean,
That's it.
That's God.
Come on, Mason.
What about all?
Come on, Mason
What about
Rudolph.
all those bullshit balls he was throwing week 1? What was
How old
the-
is Ben?
he? My age, 37.
Oh,
Yeah, that's kind of old for.
now.
Yeah.
He might be a year
That's
older.
kind of old for.
I think no. I think he's 30, going on 39.
No, I think he's like 37.
Year he graduate.
Him, Eli, and Phillip Rivers all came in the same year.
I think he a year older than me.
Don't say
I'm
Phillip Rivers
38.
out loud to me.
You said on
Damn, why you hate Phillip Rivers?
Because he's overrated and marginal.
No,
Fuck Phillip
hell
Rivers.
no.
That dude's overrated. I don't want to hear nothing else about Phillip Rivers. You
It's
get
true.
to that dude is a nut up
That's
artist.
true.
You are one step above Tony Romo. I don't want to hear shit about
Oh.
Phillip Rivers.
That's not bad.
That dude
What?
is marginal.
No.
You've had Super Bowl winning teams and you've done jack shit with them.
It's true.
You've done jack shit.
It's true.
Number
Always
one
gotta look at a
offense.
guy defense,
Number one
too.
offense. Number one defense. You have had that.
Number
at
one
least-
defense?
Number one defense. He's had that a couple of times.
And one game he had the
A
game
couple
won.
of
Hold up.
times.
One game he had the game won, and his defense nutted the fuck up and fumbled an interception and gave the Patriots another chance at the end of the game. They had that game won.
What's your excuse for last year when you were a threat to go to the Super Bowl and the Patriots made you look like you shouldn't even have been there?
It's fucking football. They still should have been there.
You shouldn't even have been there.
No, yeah, they should have.
Yes, they should
Yeah,
have.
they
They played.
Obviously
they played
not.
16 games.
Obviously not.
Dude, no, we won.
They beat Joe Lewis's ass.
They only put up 7 points. That dude overrated Mars. That dude nuts up in the clutch constantly.
He does.
Constantly.
He
I don't
does.
want to hear shit about
It's
Phillip
true.
Rivers.
He let
Hey.
y'all know how he felt about this shit.
Hey, man.
Who, Phillip Rivers did?
No.
Oh,
BG.
BG.
They didn't
Oh.
get selected to
Well,
the
that's
playoffs.
BG.
They
37.
earned their way to the playoffs.
They got drafted.
They didn't, it wasn't the BCS like, hey, we think
Oh,
they're the
they-
best two teams. No, they earned their way to
They
it.
beat enough ass to get there.
It is what
they
it
beat
is. They
enough
got to the
ass.
playoffs and then they lost.
He's James Harden.
The same way every other team
Possibly.
lost.
Is it Jackson from Louisville?
Yeah,
That boy cold.
he country as shit too.
Oh, he country.
Dude, everybody from the South this country, get over it.
That's just a shot at you.
I hate y'all so much. Oh my God.
They say he be smoking brisket in the locker room. This is
hate
gonna be a
y'all.
fun game to watch though.
Who they
The
play?
Mahomes.
I'm enjoying my
AFC, the AFC
City.
is already decided. It's gonna be out of Kansas City and New England. That's what
I don't
Baltimore.
know.
it
Baltimore
is.
got a lot to say.
Baltimore is
They
not
got a
gonna
lot
be.
to say.
They are not gonna be either one of those teams.
Shit, they can beat.
Tell me-
They can beat New England for
No.
sure. Shit,
Mm.
they had plenty of times with fucking Flacco.
They're not going to. They're not going to beat New England.
Okay.
I put whatever amount of money on that. They will not beat.
It ain't
New
about
England.
that. I ain't put money on nobody else's team, but I'll say this: them two young guns right there, problems.
I'm enjoying watching Patrick.
Problems.
Pat Mahomes is a problem for sure. But nobody's going to beat either one of those teams.
He was a problem last year, and he suffered
barring injury.
And he suffered the same fate that Phillip Rivers did in the playoffs. They fucking lost to the Patriots.
Yeah, he just put that in
the end, that's what it is. What he's going to, we got to see what he's going to do. I think, like I say, I think Kansas City can do it. I don't know.
Oh, he gonna change the alternator.
Her kind of look like yours.
He gonna change the alternator. It was natural.
I was going for that.
The NFC is gonna be a dog fight. The NFC is definitely gonna be a dog fight.
Who in the fight to you? Who in that fight?
Dallas is in that fight.
Right.
Chicago is in that fight.
I just want you to say that again.
Dallas
is in.
Hold up. Let me go ahead and say this
Let me tell you something.
I know.
Don't do it.
Hold on.
Don't do it. I'm not here for it.
You don't even know what I'm about to say.
Okay.
I give Angie. We've been giving Angie shit since day one that Dak got drafted. Dak looking fucking great so far this year. Dak is like, look,
I'm reserving judgment.
Hey, look, it's contract year. Nah, he gonna ball this year, get the contract. He might suck next year.
Pay the man.
But he got the money.
Everybody do that. Pay the man.
All right, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Everybody do that. Pay the man.
I'm reserving judgment until I want to see what's gonna happen when they get tested. I'm reserving judgment.
Wait, what is your accusation?
I'm saying that you have played.
It
slugs.
ain't divisionally.
I'm saying that they have played slugs and they got another slug coming up next week.
Well, more often than not, everybody plays.
I mentioned me like steroids. Go ahead.
Oh no!
You heard me? Like, what is your accusation? He mean like a serious team.
She was formal as hell.
2 out of the 3 teams that you're gonna pay in your first 3 weeks are competing for the number 1 pick in the draft. The Giants and Miami are competing for the worst team in the league.
It's true. It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll wait
so
for him to get tested.
I want to reserve judgment until you get tested.
I wasn't excited about I wasn't necessarily as excited about the Giants game as I was about how good I felt like he looked. He looked like he was a little bit more relaxed than last year. He looked like, you know what I'm saying? He thinking about what he doing more, but he ain't holding on to the ball like he did last year. Because last year it was like, Dak, let the ball go before you get your neck broke.
True.
Let the ball go. Let the ball. The whole time I was saying this, they gonna get this boy
he
gonna
letting
get killed.
that boy go.
Now he letting that thing go, and he know where it's going.
Or just take off.
So he looks better. That's what I was more excited about. Not necessarily that they were playing.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that. Mm-hmm. And he's playing very well.
Yeah.
But you need these games. These games build you up to play in those games. To play when it gets where you got to win 17-14. Them kind of where you maybe not light up the clock, but you don't turn the ball over. You keep the chains moving, and you putting our team into position.
Yeah,
you're not gonna have a fantasy football game every week.
Right.
Sure.
Even Mahomes ain't gonna have that shit every week.
Right.
No, not every week. No.
Not every week. No.
Like I say, I think Dallas is in that. I think Dallas is in it. I think Philly is in it. You got to worry about
Philly is. I think they will be come the end of the season, but right now, they kind of Jekyll and Hyde.
They could be a threat to win the division. You know what I'm saying? True. I mean, because that's
all they need to do.
That's a 2-team race.
Well, those 2 teams, I think. Well, I think they will both be in the playoff. One is going to win the division, so they automatically qualify. The other one will get the wild card.
You got to worry about Seattle. You got to worry about Chicago. You got to worry about
Green. Win the division.
You got to worry about
had
Green.
Nobody say you got to worry about Chicago in a long time.
And you do. You definitely do.
Defensively,
you have to worry about them defensively. They shit offensively.
They can win the division. They absolutely can win the division. You got to worry about Green Bay. You got to worry about Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like the NFC is going to be a dogfight.
Atlanta choke it off though.
Well, no, I'm saying when it comes playoff time, they'll definitely do that. But they're going to win the division, which means they're going to be a playoff team. Yeah. So the NFC is going to be a dogfight. That's a 2.5-team race over there in the AFC. So 2.5, 3-team race
so far.
How I feel about the Ravens?
I like the Ravens.
We talked about Kansas City, but we didn't say anything about the Ravens.
I like the Ravens. I really do. They got youth. They got honestly, I like it. I like them more because of that, and they stay strong defensively more than anything. Period. I like them more than anything on that note. I think that'll be the team to take the AFC off of that. The same concept. I send that over to Kansas City, just more firepower. If they could just lock down poise wise defensively, they could take care of that. But I think last year's experience is what's going to set them up for success this year. But I think a team like Baltimore, like you got a motherfucker Lamar Jackson, he can throw that ball and he fast. And that's a lot.
They're not even running him right now.
They not.
They've been doing
They're not
with him throwing the ball.
No.
Jalen Ramsey from the Jacksonville Jaguars, the cornerback, has requested a trade. Where you think he's gonna go?
Ain't no telling. I can never project football trade.
I got
because football trade ain't that
pocketbook open.
I got a projection.
Where?
The Raiders just lost their quarterback. I only know that because he's got to Mississippi State.
Okay.
But this could be a opportunity for Jalen if he want to go to the Raiders.
He might. But Jalen Ramsey want to go. Whoever gonna give him the bread.
The Raiders got the money.
Reason, that's the reason he wants to leave Jacksonville.
The Raiders got
because he got beef with the coach, and they haven't extended him. Everybody else who came out in Jalen Ramsey's draft has already gotten extensions.
I would go there for the Vegas move. Period. If it's available, I'm out. Period.
But the Vegas move is not until when?
Next year.
Next year.
Oh, is that close? I thought it was a couple
That's
years
about
out.
to
the last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they gonna fuck around and get good.
The Vegas Raiders.
Fuck yeah.
That's gonna be the name of it.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Are they gonna change the name of the team?
No.
No, you ain't getting rid of the Raider name.
Nah.
There's too much money in that name.
Hell yeah. That's
Las
about to be
Vegas
the move.
Raiders.
That's gonna be the move.
Too much of an established brand.
Interesting. That's gonna be very interesting.
That's why I felt that the whole AB shit was, and I get it. You want to go for that opportunity.
They after that dude, because after they couldn't make the helmet thing work, they came out.
Didn't the second chick come out?
Yeah, he got some other shit.
That's
too much to get into tonight.
But it ain't worth it because it ain't nothing concrete yet.
Yeah.
The real deal is.
Yeah, we'll know more about this next week.
There are no charges in Pennsylvania for I think her name Brittany Taylor, but overall there was another woman that came out. But the whole thing just from his antics and his old whack, the whole move was pussified. Period.
Did you read her lawsuit and what she claimed that he did?
No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about him.
Oh, okay.
What type of fuck nigga? Excuse me, I'm sorry. What type of fuck ass dude? Shit, my son's asleep. What type of fuck ass dude hires a social media manager to try to play up his opportunity to get off of a team? I thought that's what you're aging for. Are you an actress? What are we doing?
This is Antonio Brown.
I mean,
there's nothing that's
he's
not
a nutcase.
There's nothing that's surprising to me.
That's not necessarily nutty to do that. It's just a different way to do it.
Nah, he been nuts.
He's an adult. The fuck?
when you got money on those levels, they do different stuff.
Duh, you gotta be a damn fool.
That's why he hired that social media manager.
You gotta really be a nut to sit there and be like, nah, I don't want 30 guaranteed. I want to get the hell out of the 30 guaranteed million that I can get.
And go to 10.
Right. So.
And go to 10 with a possibility that I was gonna have. That was possible that they wanted me to fucking be there anyway.
And he lost even more money than that because that helmet endorsement that he got. Yeah, they yanked that.
That's gone.
Oh, I just knew she was gonna be.
Nobody wants to continue endorsing that foolish ass shit, man.
I just knew she was gonna be not black.
So what the rest of it? Oh, no. But overall,
she got married while right before she talked to the NFL.
Yeah.
This is weird.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I ain't even getting into that.
And none of that matters. The whole real deal is whatever makes him. I'm all for whatever makes you happy. Le'Veon got his money, and as a Steeler fan, Le'Veon got his money. Guaranteed. That's what he ultimately wanted. He shut the fuck up and he's happy for that. He about to figure out what it really feel like now to not have a full team though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be hard. And he may be complaining about that too. I can't guarantee it. I'm not in his head.
We missing each other though. As far as
that's what I'm saying.
We missing each other. We missing him. He missing us.
So
for sure.
But at the same time, shit, James Conner did fine.
Did fine that.
Did fine last weekend. Yeah. There's only so much you could do when you ain't got your starting QB.
Yeah.
But off of that, this other shit is Antonio shit. Listen, and they go get him. They gave him got him a couple passes. He's got 4 passes. Well, how many targets he normally have in a game? He's not goes. I don't think he's going to sustain mentally with 2, 3, 4 passes in the game.
7 to 8, 7 to 9 targets, 7 to 10 targets.
I don't think that's going to work for a guy.
Because they're not going
showing that type of mentality.
They're not going to force him to ball into it.
That's
he gonna go to whoever got the open.
Whoever the fuck open. And a lot of games it ain't gonna be him. So it's just a matter of games.
Yep.
At the end of the day, I don't think he's stable mentally. Period. I hate that shit, man.
We shall see.
He's too fucking talented.
New England will cut you and then just go to the Super Bowl and win without you.
That's what I'm saying. They keep a full fucking team like that. So, but off of all of that, they still. Fucking juggernaut in the whole 9, and Gordon looked good the week before that. Shit, they go keep that going up.
In theory, looking at their roster, it should be ring number 7.
In theory, it just don't always translate that way because their division is fucking trash as usual.
Oh yeah,
as it always is.
This should not be anything difficult from that perspective. They should.
They have a team in their division who's trying to lose on purpose. They are the worst team. Hey,
the Dolphins, yeah.
Oh yeah, and just to wrap it up real quick, I don't like us sending our number one pick over there for that safety. He's a good player. I don't like us using the number one pick for that. But
number one picks don't mean shit to me no more.
Well,
it's true.
That's how I look at it.
I mean,
I get it,
but we're not in position to where that's not going to make us immediately better.
Yeah, I just want to see it.
Okay, but hold on. Let me say this though.
I guess Mason is up. His mama said he up.
Think about it like this though. Teams like I can see teams like a Pittsburgh or somebody like that making a trade like that. Because I mean, he is a upper level player. And
no. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he can't play.
And this is the reason why I say this. Given what more than likely where Pittsburgh drafts at every year, he's going to be better than whoever you draft.
Mm-hmm.
Because it ain't like you were going to draft your next future quarterback. Because if they were good, Pittsburgh was still going to draft 25, 26, 27, 28. So
if they turn out to be bad, then they still get a pick.
Yeah, it was going to be. You weren't going to be up there like, oh, we got a chance to get Tua. No, you don't, because you're not going to draft that. You're not going to be that high in the draft to even possibly consider it. And you're not going to be able to make a trade.
So now that we don't have our starting QB, so where do you think that we're going to draft? Where do you think we're going to draft now?
I still probably think y'all will still end up in the middle of the draft. Y'all not about to lose every game. Y'all are going to turn around and still be 9-7, 8-8, which, given what our roster is on offense this year,
I don't know about 8-8. We were 8-8 last year with our starters. With being on the field, we were 8-7 and 1.
Well, you also had a backup running back, and he also got hurt. So then you was down to your third string running back at one point. And then the last game of the season, your number one receiver was like, "I'm good. I ain't even want to play no more, fam. Right. I ain't coming to work."
Fuck boy shit.
So our receiver roster is the same. He wasn't there, so it's the same as it is now.
But not for a whole season.
But but chemistry plays a big part in the NFL. I want to see what Pittsburgh is going to be.
Doing this.
What are you looking at? Are you reading the thing?
I just don't think minus those two players, we're a better football team. I just don't. I just want to
see what y'all gonna do, because I mean, depending on who y'all schedule is, it don't matter if y'all are a good football team. The schedule can just work in y'all favor this year.
It could.
Because, like I say, I don't think Cleveland is that great.
We gotta fucking beat the
fun to watch, though.
Cincinnati ain't great.
Odell Beckham's fun to watch.
I like Baker maybe.
I get it. Some people like it, but
and I think, like I say,
I was just wondering.
I think Pittsburgh will level out to being what Pittsburgh is. Yeah. Like Pittsburgh should have won last week against Seattle.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Just lost our QB in the second quarter. But, and just a bitter Steelers fan. That's it.
Y'all coach still there?
So nasty ass up. Oh, Marcus said Dallas is playing trash. This motherfucker's crazy. I don't know where that comment came from. He said Dallas. No.
Literally win the Super Bowl and folks be like they trash. That Super Bowl's trash.
Hey, these motherfuckers are playing amazing right now.
They playing good. You got to give it to them.
It's 2 weeks into the season, man. I mean,
and they look great for them 2 games.
You can't crown nobody yet, but
you can't damn sure they can't knock a 2-0 team trash. That's crazy.
For 2 games, they have looked like one of the better teams in the NFL right now.
That's a top 10 quarterback. Hands down, and the top best running back in the league.
Period.
Elliott. No doubts.
And he done got paid too. He gonna run real crazy.
Best running back. That motherfucker will block.
Best offensive line in the league. That's what
best O-line in the league.
Dallas.
Do they still have all their O-line backers? I haven't paid attention. Like wasn't somebody out for a long period of time?
Travis Frederick was out last year, but he's back.
He's
this year.
back. Okay.
And they offensive line has all been paid, so they're all set for like the next 3-4 years.
That's good.
So yeah,
should be some good success out of here.
And he letting the ball go. He ain't depending on them, so that's even better. Remember, last year he was just laying back there. I was like, that gonna get his neck broke.
Mitchell Clark says is Baltimore's division now.
Well, y'all Steelers need a new team. Y'all can come on.
I say that as a Steelers fan. I say it, but I'm not handing them over shit.
I think
I'm not just gonna hand it over to them. They gotta play.
Steelers ain't gonna never hit. Need a new team this year.
Steelers ain't gonna never hit the reset button. Couple of extra not to reload, but not to
on Cowboys
rebuild. They ain't gonna never do that.
I think we need to.
They ain't gonna do that.
I ain't no full
certain teams ain't gonna ever fully tank to fully rebuild, and Pittsburgh is one of them teams that's not gonna do that.
No. I know for a rebuild. Because guess what? It was a time Ben Roethlisberger didn't play for a nice little while. Guess who we had? Charlie fucking Batch.
I remember Charlie
and
Batch.
won games with him.
Yeah. Charlie Batch.
Swear to God, Eastern Michigan.
I remember Charlie Batch.
Who is that dude?
That's Daniel Jones. That's the new
starting quarterback for the Giants.
Giants. New York City.
Yeah, they benched Eli.
They should have been done benched Eli.
Who is that? Y'all missing what I'm saying? I'm saying who is the child?
He's a rookie from Duke.
He's a rookie from
first
Duke.
round draft
from Duke. Y'all, Scalpers.
Hey, you had the exact same reaction that everybody else had at the draft.
But
he didn't look bad in the preseason though.
But his former coach is over in New York. That's why. His former coach is over in New York. That's why he got over there.
No, it ain't. His former coach.
So they didn't gave a quarterback.
It was a coach in the Duke system.
They gave a quarterback from Duke the reins to
somebody
one of America's most
knows pedigree.
Football team.
Somebody knows pedigree. So
he didn't look bad in the preseason.
No, he looked bad at all.
No, he didn't look bad.
He didn't look bad.
I just don't think they should have got rid of Odell Beckham.
Odell ain't want to be. They ain't want him there.
He ain't motherfucker don't want to be there.
If you're gonna press the reset button, get rid of all your good players, and draft a great running back, and then draft a quarterback that you believe in, why would you strip him of an offensive weapon like an Odell Beckham?
Because we're not stripping you of the weapon. We don't want your personality in the locker room.
Nope.
He got a lot of personality.
What has he done?
It don't matter. It don't matter. New York,
he fought a field goal little practice net. I remember that.
Hey, trust me, you already know
Josh
this.
Norman on the field.
Once that little divide happens between you and the coach or you and the general manager,
yeah, he was fighting Josh Norman, wasn't he?
You gone because now you're always the distraction, and everything that we do is always. What about him? Odell? Yeah. Odell this, Odell that. It's never about the Giants anymore.
And that's the shit we know.
We ship you out of here.
And that's been going on for a long time.
And that's just what it is. NFL will get rid of talent in a heartbeat because we just don't want to deal with you.
Yep. Absolutely.
It don't make sense sometimes, but hey, that's the league.
I mean,
the only thing I hold against him is that you do all that shit and then you go on the boat before the playoff game and then you come in and you don't put in work and drop everything in a playoff game in your first playoff game. That's what I hold against him.
I know what you mean.
He's still young. Like I said, he hadn't.
That young shit is gone for him.
Yeah.
Because he didn't talk this way.
He been in the league 4 years, dog.
No. What I'm saying is he's young, as in he's a young football player. He's not old. You know, he's not anywhere near being washed.
No,
he's still in his 20s.
Yeah, I agree.
But he's in his prime.
Once again, dog.
Prime like
it's like NFL team, especially in the NFL teams, dog. We got a locker room of 53 people. We're not about to deal with your one attitude.
Nah, hell.
When everything that we do revolves around you, and you don't always show up, or you've been hurt a bunch of times. Because remember, Odell been hurt like last year and year before that.
Yeah.
Man, bye. I'm not saying it makes sense, but it's football. We can rebuild, and your receiver. You won't get a receiver as good as you because you are a phenomenal talent.
Yes.
But guess what?
He told y'all Eli was trash, and then y'all chose
Eli. You can't fucking do that shit, dog.
And you told Eli was trash, and he was right about it. And then you end up getting
rid of Eli was trash at Ole Miss, y'all.
Then end up benching him the year after. You know what I'm saying? He was right about it.
Motherfucker got too.
You just didn't like the fact that he told you.
He whooped Joe Lewis's ass.
A lot of folks got 2 rings and they supposed to give him, just like a lot of folks ain't got no rings they should have.
He got him as a starting QB.
Yeah, and put like this. Eli got way more cachet with the Giants than the Giants. If the Giants really knew they were going to bench Eli eventually.
Eli knew they was going to bench Eli.
Because we know this year last year, we're going to give you this $17 million on the way out the door. Because the owner, you gave me you helped me get 2 Super Bowls.
Yep.
And them shits come. You know what Jerry Jones would do for a Super Bowl right now? He's trying to do everything he can.
Not everything.
And
he still got that coach.
You know.
He ain't doing everything.
But then it's like, get rid of that coach and go get who?
Y'all's coach. Please bring him to Dallas.
No. I've told y'all, this is the double-edged sword for Dallas. Because if they win and they go deep into the playoffs, then you cannot
never going.
You can't fire Garrett. But if they flame out, then they're going to go hire Lincoln Riley, which means you're going to go get an offensive coach.
Who is Lincoln Riley?
The offensive coach at Oklahoma.
All right, Spider, take us out.
I like y'all coach though.
Man, if you don't quit sexually harassing my
we'll let y'all get Matt Patricia.
Appreciate everybody.
Him and them crutches.
Bye.
Scalpers.
Scalpers Sports Report, another great hum day, man. Oh yeah, another dope Nori track. Oh yeah, I forgot the name of this.
Melvin Flynn dropped my whole Colosso stop.
Yeah.
Made a half-ass album.
That
My
shit was
excuse
hard.
is my pops just died. I ain't want to make music. My
Pops just died.
God, I love it.
Man, thank everybody for tuning in. Go be some great football this weekend. Y'all check it out. Scalpers
YouTube,
Sports Report. We'll see
iTunes,
y'all
Google
next
Play.
week.
All of it.
Yeah, most definitely.
Download, subscribe. Tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody.
Absolutely.
Holla.
Peace. Thanks for everybody checking us out.